Welcome to Lore Hero, episode 15, everybody. We have a special guest with us. Our first guest. His name is Toy Machine. Elliot, introduce yourself.
My name's Toy Machine. People probably would know me from Toy Machine's Nightmare, I guess.
Thank you, Crub.
Yeah, a clone hero, I guess, song that was made about the fact that I can't pass Raining Blood. So yeah, I've been in the rhythm game community since since the original Guitar Hero forums, and I was the ScoreHero podcast, one of the hosts, Star Power podcast. So
ScoreHero podcast. Wait, that almost sounds pretty familiar, right? Almost like one podcast took inspiration from another.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Maybe, but yeah, like 30 episodes, and then I think once the hiatus happened, and we kind of finished. We didn't do it anymore. So it's cool to see another podcast, and I've been following along mostly on this one, and it's cool to be a part of it. And I've, obviously there's some news in rhythm games lately, so I've been paying extra attention.
Before we get into that, though, I want to make sure people know what you've done in the scene, too, because you are one of the most valuable people, I feel like, in the rhythm gaming space behind the scenes with the websites you've run. Can you let people know if they don't?
Yeah, so I'm not even sure how long ago, but Rock Band-Aid was a website that was a companion, I guess, to all things harmonics, and I was like, I want to make a Guitar Hero site to track stuff, because Activision was very kind of they had One of Swords, but they were kind of not too into community type of stuff. So I was like, I want it to be because the Rock Band-Aid was like a Band-Aid, so I was like, I want to call it Guitar Hero Fanboy, and everyone was like, that's a terrible idea. I was like, okay. Back to the drawing board, and I think once Warriors of Rock came out, they were calling it, they had something called the Hero Feed. So I was like,
yes.
I'm taking that name. Yeah, so I started covering that, and shortly after I started the website, Guitar Hero stopped.
It died.
Yeah, it died pretty much a few years later, February
2011.
2011, yeah. Well, so War, and then the DLC, the Paramore or whatever. And then I started covering Rocksmith because I saw it coming out. And when Rocksmith first started to show that it was an actual thing, everyone was like, "This is never gonna work. This looks like trash. It's the worst thing I've ever seen, UB shit, they're gonna do that, there's no fucking way." And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna follow it, and I covered it, and obviously it was a safe bet, because once they decided to make another game, I was like, okay, I'm going all in. I'm gonna make a website about Rocksmith called The Riff Repeater. And myself and Ellison Cruz, who's made videos of all the
shout outs to
games.
Ellison Cruz.
Yeah,
legend.
The guy that wears no pants. He and I created kind of the one stop. He has the videos, and I would write the articles. And yeah, it was a wild ride. 10 years of coverage for a game that people thought was
2014, bro. 2014.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah. Rocksmith 2014 is now 10 years old.
Which came out in 2013,
Came
by
out
the
in
way.
2013.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, over
October
10 years old.
2013, right? I remember that dropped. And I was like, they changed the adapter for it, or it was better or something. And I was like, oh man, I had to spend more money. It was fine. It was okay.
But yeah, that was basically 2011 till now. That's a lot of coverage for Rocksmith. So now obviously where we're at now is crazy, because the only 2 games left that are going to do weekly content is a subscription-based Rocksmith and Fortnite.
Yeah.
Now there's only 2. Rock Band 4
What happened?
Dead. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I don't know if any of the viewers have heard, Rock Band 4 DLC is over this week. So Wednesday that you're watching this, tomorrow, Thursday, is the last DLC for Rock Band, perhaps ever.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence.
All right, it's over.
T-pose.
Yeah, it's over. See ya.
Done.
Yeah. So we could like talk about mostly, what the future like kind of looks like, because I know, we try and follow. What like they give out like hints on social media, or we have connections with other people within the industry, and maybe we'll get like hints here and there about DLC. But now it's just kind of come down, like Elliot said, to Rocksmith Plus, a subscription base, and now we have Fortnite giving out songs for free every week, 2 songs.
Yeah,
starting out
Free-to-play,
2
and
songs.
then you gotta
maybe
buy
more,
it for 500 V-bucks and all that. But
a free-to-play expansion to a first-person shooter.
It's a rhythm game.
yeah, the first-person shooter of which it was based
tower
off
defense.
Yeah,
or
Tower
the
defense
shooter, it was
games.
based off of his like a
Battle
shell of its
Royale.
former self. I mean, the game is unrecognizable from what it originally was. I remember hearing
Yeah,
about this shit back, 2013. This is
Save
a
the
game that-
world.
I think they're originally
yeah.
developing this for the
It's
Xbox
Minecraft.
360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
No,
is
sorry,
everywhere,
that's the
like-
Lego portion, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
actually
no,
have
I'm
it.
talking about the original.
Yeah, I know.
The
It's like,
original
what are you talking
before
about,
Battle
bro?
Royale. It's like, wait, what are you talking about? No, that's not.
Are you talking about the Rocket
That's-
League stuff or the Lego stuff? Oh, you're talking about the Rock Band stuff. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, okay, those are the only modes that I know about.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's
but-
another mode that's being rumored, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen. There's rumor, and it was teased in the Big Bang event. There's supposed to be a Fall Guys mode coming to
Yes,
Fortnite.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
I've
own
heard about
that.
Mediatonic.
There's literally a Fall
they bought
Guy.
Mediatonic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like
Um,
with Fortnite characters, or are they gonna like chibi?
no, with the beans.
The beans,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So oh wow.
Yeah.
Because
they-
Epic
when
owns
did-
them, yeah.
When did they buy Mediatonic? Did they acquire all those
Oh,
studios?
yeah,
They
that
bought it
happened.
like right after Fall Guys came out and like died.
Yeah.
Yeah, because myself and Alec actually saw Fall Guys at PAX. We waited on that line for like over an hour. I
Like we
think,
met
to play that game.
Mediatonic, bro. Like
We met
like,
Mediatonic. Very nice people. I still have my foam crown, even though I didn't win.
Oh,
I think
wow.
Aiden gave it to me because who won? Because I think
I
Aiden
won, Olivia won, and I don't know who else won.
Oh, did Trevor
honestly.
win?
But I think so. Yeah.
I think Trevor won. So I still
Yeah, so
have
we
a
had,
crown.
we had 3
from
crowns.
that.
We had 3 crowns between all.
Yeah,
all
we have
of
3
us.
crowns, but super
Um,
nice guys.
But
Really,
yeah,
really passionate
no,
about their game.
right after Fall Guys came out, and then it was like that big boom because
It was the COVID game.
It was the COVID game. Everybody was playing it. Well, I remember cheering on Tim the Tap Man getting his first win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit was
Yeah,
that shit was
I
like
looked it up
legendary.
here.
That,
They
man,
bought
what a
them in
time.
March of 2021, which was like
yeah, so it
7
was
or 8
after the
months
game
after
like
Fall Guys
pretty much
came out.
died.
Yeah,
Isn't
Fall
that
Guys
around
came
when
out
they bought
August
Harmonix?
2020.
They bought Harmonix in 2021, right? So they were just
It was
acquiring all
it was
these
probably
studios.
similar time.
They
Yeah,
were going
you know,
shopping.
That was
Yeah,
yeah,
they were
they were
shopping.
going shopping with their
were
COVID
at the
money.
mall.
Everybody was stuck inside playing Fortnite. They're like, we have
Fortnite.
made so much money. We can really expand this game. Let's go buy every other game in the world.
Because
and
you
turn it
know
into
what
They bought
happened?
Psionics,
You know what happened right
Yeah, and
around the
Psyonix as well,
pandemic?
probably
is
around the same time.
The Travis
Yeah.
Scott event in April of 2020, and so everybody was on Fortnite, and that was
Fortnite.
I
call.
watched that concert fucking 3 times. I showed up to every single one because it was so sick, and then I
was
bought the
pretty cool.
cosmetics and as much as I could, and then so yeah, probably because of that they're like, yeah, let's go buy some motherfuckers. Let's go do it right now.
Well, I just
So-
remember when they bought Harmonix and like their job description basically was that Harmonix is going to create musical experiences in Fortnite, and it was like the most broad thing I'd ever seen. So we had no
Yeah.
idea what to expect.
Yeah, they were not telling you
thought-
anything about it.
We thought that they were going to be delegated to just making concert experience, like what Alec just described.
Yep,
which
because
I'm
that's
sure
the
that
only
they're still
music type
helping
thing
with
that
and
we've seen
primarily
really in
working
that
on.
game.
But then they just come out with fucking Rock Band. Like, what happened?
I'm down. No, but like I'm down with that though. The
No,
real
I am
Doom,
too.
The real doomsaying thing was what we were thinking in the beginning. It's like, oh yeah, they're gonna make the cool concerts, good for Harmonix.
Yeah,
or
that was
whatever.
the theory.
That
was-
was like that's what I would like. Kind of I ran with that because I was like, yeah, we're not gonna get another Rock Band game like ever. But then I'm sure somehow through pitch meetings and whatever, they're like, we could bring it back. We could bring it back right now. You guys like Eminem? You guys like Eminem?
Alright. You got my brain juices flowing. So here's the thing, musical experiences, right? Well, that means more than just one, and we already know they're doing different modes, right? It's not just an experience. Is there any chance, we know they made Patchwork, we know that they made a way for instruments to interface with the game in some way, shape, or form. Is there any chance we see a Rocksmith Plus competitor inside of Fortnite with Festival. What do you think? I really want to ask Elliot this because, hey, you've covered the scene. Do you think it's possible?
So my take is that if there could be like audio recognition through that type of thing, I feel like somebody would have made it in Roblox already. That would be my take on that.
What are the chances you get this shit rocking in
This guy,
Fortnite?
bro. Oh my god.
Oh,
This guy.
Theoretically, it would work,
pulled out
right?
the fender.
Not
The Mustang.
The
128 Mustang.
Yeah, dude.
How many
you
frets is
imagine?
on that thing?
I don't remember. We got
Wasn't it
1, 2,
20,
3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 128 buttons,
It's 17
isn't it?
fret.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, it's a 17 fret.
Yeah, 17
Yeah,
times
17.
6. 102. No,
I remember
Oh.
I was like, what's the Crazy
No.
Train solo gonna look like on Pro
102.
Guitar? I remember thinking that. You
They
know?
octave shifted everything.
Yeah, they did. They octave shifted it. It was so weird.
Like,
Such an interesting time with the pro instruments because it's like the framework of Rock Band. Like how Ash has put it at best. It's like pro guitar is a way for you to show off that you can play guitar in Rock Band. Like this is not actually like a
you
way
cannot
to...
fight that.
Nope.
That stuff is not readable at all.
Did not.
If you're
did
trying
not
reading a
pan
sideways tab, no. It only
not
works.
pan out
it
the
only
way
works
they
with-
wanted it to.
It only works in
all.
Rocksmith because you're basically looking through the neck of the guitar. You're not
Yes.
looking at the neck of the guitar sideways. It's
Yeah.
different.
I mean,
Well,
let's
the
be
best
fair.
instrument
They're
is-
playing catch up, right? You know, because there are
Right.
other games on the horizon that were already coming out with real guitar things, such as the
Power Gig.
like the famed Power Gig. This is where I was going with this. They were the first video game on the market with a real guitar controller, right? And then
were,
Harmonix saw that and they're like, "Oh shit, our whole
gotta do it better."
our whole shtick, we have to do it slightly better." And they tried,
Which
and
they-
unfortunately, Power Gig, blows them out of the water with how they implemented the real guitar.
So
But,
true.
Power Gig is such a good game, man.
What a
The best.
Felt the
great.
same
I
way
love that game.
playing it at E3 2010. I was like,
You played it there?
Wow.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I was like, that was because I was like, this is the E3 that I should go to. It has everything. It has Dance Central, Rock Band 3, Warriors of Rock, Rock of the Dead, Power.
Yes.
Gig.
Oh, dude.
Oh, Rock of the Dead at a booth. No shot.
Yeah, that is like-
Was,
that is
was
the
sorry.
E3
Felicia
go-to.
Day and Neil Patrick Harris like there?
No. They were in a tent outside, like in between hallways.
Very
Like
far away from Rock of the Dead as
So they were
should.
there.
They were there.
No. Sorry. I mean, Rock of the Dead was like not.
Oh,
even
in a tent.
Oh, it was even on the
They were,
show
like,
floor.
outside in a
Oh
tent.
wow! They had
Yeah.
3 big names attached to that game, and they didn't even get a booth inside of the show floor. That's insane.
Yeah, like Evelyn and
Wow.
I played it, and Evelyn was just like straight up to them. They're like, she's like, "You can't. This sideways stuff is not good. You need to change it." And they're like, well, maybe in the future we could explore like modifying the highway. And she's like, I hope so.
You gotta change it. Yeah.
She was like brutal to like most of the rhythm games.
When
That's what they gotta hear, though.
Yeah.
When you say
When you're
Evelyn, is that who I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Evie baby. So
Nice.
she was there when I first got invited to the Guitar Hero World Tour event. It was her, a bunch of other people like that I still see on Twitter sometimes, and like there were like numerous like Rock Band blog people there, and of course ScoreHero people.
Yeah.
That's when I first met Chris Vance. So.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was
Jeez.
that like Neversoft trip like in the world tour? You know,
So
That whole thing.
we flew out and we immediately went to like a media event like that night, and you talked about it, but that was the night when also one got FC twice and Run to the Hills.
Ooh.
So
Oh, that was that
we
same
were,
day, huh?
Yeah, so we were
Oh.
all like at this open bar event, and like every single game publication is around, and I think I see like Jay Siri like talking to like Soccer Stopper and Crimson and the ELX, and they're just like looking at their phones. And this is like 2000. This is 2008,
2008.
2007.
9, yeah.
So like,
Flip phones,
imagine
yeah.
what the phone looks like.
Like-
So people are like,
Yeah.
like this.
no, that's
like,
OG
try-
iPhone though. Like you're using the OG iPhone, you know.
Or like I think
Like
I had like
Blackberry.
I had like
Blackberry.
a Motorola,
Yeah.
where the screen went.
Yeah,
Or,
Yeah,
like,
with
sidekick.
the slide phones.
With the
slide
sidekicks
outs.
went
Slide.
crazy. Yeah.
Yep.
We're like
But you-
scrolling ScoreHero. They're like, oh shit, like no mods are there. And I think the only person that was like there, like not there, was Hillian. and he was like updating everything, and like the ScoreHero IRC was like unmanageable at the time. Because it was just like people were flooding in. It was like, is it fake? Is it real? Like, because like you would go in, it would just like go like last 5 expert, and the bot would tell you the last 5 scores that pop up. So like you would see like there would be like a 1 top score, and then like people were talking about some guy and Run to the Hills. So it was funny because we were like there, and meanwhile like or like
it was
playing,
chaos ensuing over on the website.
While we're just
all
like
the
getting
mods are
drunk
gone.
and playing like Frankie is next to me. We're like doing like Santeria while like Game Spy is like filming us.
Oh my god.
Game
Spy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I just remember the vocal videos you put up on YouTube. You just got absolutely torched.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was
Just like,
great, dude.
It's like, you can't sing Tool. Like, what are you doing, man? It's like, yeah, I'm not Maynard. I'm a guy.
Something takes a part of me. It's probably like blasted being able to play Korn on Guitar Hero vocals before everybody else must have felt like absolute bliss. Like this is before like the internet could actually be super harmful to somebody. So it's just fun.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
it
fun,
was just
right?
it was just kind of like
like whatever.
a corn forum was very angry at me.
Yeah.
When I sang Freak on a Leash. I'm like, and the worst is like I put in the description, I'm like, I think I kind of like nailed this song in a way. And you're like, no, you'll never be Jonathan Davis. How dare you? And it was like,
Damn.
okay.
You were inflammatory on the internet before people were inflammatory on the internet. That's crazy.
The
it's
king
great.
of engagement bait. Look at this.
Clearly.
Yeah,
dude.
Elliot is like the godfather of engagement bait.
Well,
I'm not even kidding though, because he made like the first like skit talking about like play a real guitar
Oh,
on
yeah.
the Die Brittany channel. Rest in peace.
Rest in
forever
peace.
Wow.
and ever. And that was like the first time I saw
I
a
had to
skit on YouTube.
re-upload it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a skit on YouTube, and then that was like the first time I was like, man, I truly relate to this. Is this why internet media is so consumable now or whatever? Like I get it. But
It's funny. There were some people that really didn't like that video and actually like messaged me and they're like, it's very like harmful. And I was like, I'm being like satirical, but at the same time, now looking back on it, like I don't think I would bring up that video randomly.
it's really problematic. Yeah, like this, it's really bad. There's a bunch
But that is like, I feel like I nailed like
That's
the
how it was
troll.
back then. Yeah, that's
The-
how
that
it
is-
was.
for
that's-
at
yeah.
its
Yeah.
time.
At
You
its
can't
time.
beat it. You really
No, you
can't beat
can't.
it. Those are the things that were said on Guitar Hero videos on YouTube in 2005.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
2006, really.
absolutely.
That was still very much like the Wild West of the internet back then.
It was,
Like,
yeah.
The Wild West era lasted quite long. I don't know when the internet started to become more closer to
It
what
was like-
we
it was like a
recognize
decade.
as it today. Probably like
It was like a decade until now the internet is how it is.
I would
People
say
would
that
say, like, it
what we
ended
know
with,
as
like,
the
Filthy
modern
Frank.
day internet. Yeah, I would say actually that's
And
probably
it was
pretty
like
good.
Filthy Frank.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
think
sure,
that's a
sure.
good metric to
When
measure
Filthy
by.
Frank was in vogue, that was probably the very last days of the Wild West of the internet.
Yeah, him, Max Mofo, and iDubbbz.
Yeah.
like the
And it
the
all
trilogy.
started in like 2005 or earlier. Probably most
Oh,
of
it's
it.
there
see,
probably way
I
earlier.
missed like all that stuff. I was just like,
Yeah, you
rhythm
can't.
games.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
it's like when there's like 5 guys on a microphone, it's supposed to be like, so what happened to Western men and how they've fallen in society? Our value has been
If
All
your
I
wife
can
ever
say-
speaks up, all she needs to do is stay at home, raise your babies, and make you food.
barefoot
Here's
in
a
the
trip.
kitchen.
Oh,
Here's a
God,
trip to
dude.
20 years ago to tell you what the internet looked like back around then. Hey, anybody remember the Oh Really Owl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are things
There
that
you
should
go.
stay buried. Like all
Impact
the
font
memes, all the
Original
memes from like
memes, dude.
before 2015. It needs to stay buried. I don't want to see him again.
Hey,
You know,
that's the time frame right there. That's
Yeah.
it. That captivated the
hurts.
internet.
Well, now the only thing we have is Skibbity Toilet and TikTok. Every other meme is just like very like just like
there's no
level.
other there's no like main character meme anymore. It's just
Sure, there is. You got like a
Skibbity
Pepe
Toilet.
now, like for Twitch
No,
stuff. at
20
least,
dude,
for, like-
2017.
Yeah, but that's just like how
That's a
that's
a
how
sub,
we communicate now.
Yeah,
how
it's
we
just
communicate.
normal now.
It's just like
beyond just a meme.
it's not like I'm going anywhere. It's like it's people leave or people hi.
See, 20,
Or like-
2017 had good memes. Like we had B, right? Like hey Raider or like boneless. Or, like,
yeah, oh,
it
dude,
was
I
great.
love the beef
boneless
fucking
pizza,
emoji,
deep
dude.
fried memes were funny, man.
I loved that for some reason. It's not funny
Hey,
nowadays,
Peter.
but back then
It's not funny.
Hey,
It
Peter.
isn't, but it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And even
Um,
like getting like old Guitar Hero memes and stuff, like the stuff Helvian made. I think some of that still holds up. You know.
Some of it.
Yeah, I
some of
wanna
it.
like try and experiment and see how much people love woe memes over on TikTok.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
you got to
that's
try
gonna
that.
go abs. That's
I
gonna
feel
go
I
crazy.
feel like it would be really like I would do a replay through of it. I wouldn't even post like my old videos of it. I just do a replay through and then
The
just like see
original.
what people
Yeah,
the
the
original 1 through 5.
The original did well. I reposted it like a year ago. I did. Like straight up, it did well. People were like, "Was that just bring me to life?" Yeah.
You just gotta give people what they want. Just put Dicko mode in Fortnite. It's inevitable.
Yeah, no, I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit, bro.
I guess
And-
I have
and-
to do that now.
And you should
that's
post
your
the
niche.
video of Drake like kind of like in his mansion, just like kind of, have you seen that
the
video? where
Drew
he-
Drew Wells like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
where it's just
where
like-
he sets up the tripod and with his phone and he's just like
He's making the drink.
he's
and
making the drink and
wa-
he like
looking
looks
at
the
his
camera.
artwork.
Yeah.
that-
He's in love with who I am. Like it's perfect. I think
Yeah,
it's
exactly. The one thing I was surprised about is once Steamboat Willie entered public domain, you didn't like just like make a Steamboat Willie like chart.
Yeah, I
Like-
feel like that should have. It flew right over our
Should've
heads
happened,
because
yeah.
so many people were like already
They're making a
jumping to
horror
be the
game about it.
Yeah, jumping to be
Yeah.
like the first guy to make
Just
fun
like
of that
Winnie the
shit.
Pooh, like, oh, we're gonna make a horror movie. The movie fucking sucked. You know?
Where's the?
Yeah,
That would
Everything's
be
gonna
a
suck,
sick
it's just
drum
cool
chart,
if we
like
do
on the playing on the teeth of the animals
yeah.
and stuff like that. I was like, that's gonna go hard.
No, Alec, you gotta post the thing I posted the other day, the Delfino Plaza on TikTok.
Oh yeah, no,
The
it's-
blue balls. We're
I
just
was
it's
gonna
just
say,
that like the whole entire time.
the age of internet humor now is just kind of boiled down to now it's farts are funny again.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Circular.
melted.
It's all
Yeah,
circular,
just
man.
straight around.
Dadist like
We need
irony poisoning memes.
all the
Yeah,
all
trying
the
to figure out a
depressed
word to
Gen
describe it
Z
is
and
just-
millennial people out there working shitty jobs, paycheck to paycheck, just need a quick laugh and a swipe. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like that's what
True.
that's why the humor is so bizarre, but everyone gets it.
Yeah, I
know.
saw a post the other day on Twitter that was like, it was in regards to a meme that you need to know like 3 different sub memes to understand the context, and it was like, in 1,000 years, if an alien were to discover this would be completely unintelligible. They would have no idea what this is referring to. What are they talking about? Is this a joke? Is it not? I think there was actually like some sort of not a caveman drawing, but like some sort of old ass like 1200 BC
The
joke.
ancient scriptures.
Like an ancient scripture joke that was uncovered, and it was like, that's not funny at all. What were they talking about? But it's probably the same thing back then, where they had their own sort of memes going around, like sort of in jokes that you just had to be there to understand, and they wrote it down, and everybody thought it was, oh, that's so funny. But nowadays,
Now we
you know,
have Know Your
thousands
Meme,
of years
bro.
later, it's yeah, exactly.
KnowYourMeme.com.
That is the Library
To
of
explain
Alexandria.
everything, yeah.
Explain everything.
We must preserve KnowYourMeme.com. That should be like in the
Right.
Library of Congress.
Yeah, let's donate to that instead of Wikipedia.
It's way more important for pop culture.
Please stop and listen for a second. Like,
Read
It's
this
like,
carefully or X out.
I
It'd be
get
so
it.
funny if
I
they start doing
understand.
the same shit
I
with
totally
Wikipedia.
understand.
They've
So
been doing it for a
speaking-
long time.
Speaking of engagement bait, how do you feel like when a normie like pops off on Twitter just like saying like, whatever happened to Guitar Hero?
I love it.
When is
Great.
he coming back?
Great.
like
it.
Yeah, get us
What about-
talking.
Yeah, get us
what about
talking.
Microsoft?
Any
Minds
talking
people.
is good. I think.
Microsoft posted about Guitar Hero last year. You know?
Yep.
Like what does that mean? You know? Like
It could mean nothing. But it could
Hey,
work.
how
or it
old
could
were you
mean
when the crowd
everything.
booed you just for trying your
Yeah,
best?
like that.
Yeah.
They have that one. There's just
Well,
like
there
the
and
random.
then there's the meme with the dog where it's like not like products are not tested on animals and it's a dog.
Yeah, he's
holding
playing
a
the Kramer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, that's a classic.
Or the capo sitting on the red fret of the Explorer.
My
Yes.
favorite one of those normie Guitar Hero memes is the one with the it's like a bunch of Asian people and they're like playing DJ Hero and the guy's in like the
Yeah.
Pikachu suit and he's like talking to the chick in the miniskirt. I was like
Yeah.
looking at all these losers. I'm like,
And the
the
dude's just
reason
sitting
the
on the
girls
couch
are there is
locked
because
in
of
on the
DJ
SG.
Hero because it's good
Yeah.
music.
I need to say right now, DJ Hero was ahead of its time, and if they re-released it today, it would do,
would do a lot
so
better.
well.
Yeah,
Because
it would do a lot
God, it
better.
was. Anybody who's never played DJ Hero, go check out those 2 soundtracks. They're all original mashups. Go check it out. Seriously.
DJ Hero 1 slaps. And then
Yeah.
DJ Hero 2, like, it pushes it even further. Someone put it in a perspective for me, and it's like, yeah, DJ Hero 1 was way more, like hip-hop based, and then DJ Hero 2 was, like, club banger based, that type of thing. And then if you look at it from those 2 perspectives, it's just, DJ Hero 2 is, like, the perfect sequel for that, and I really wish it did, like, even better.
The interface is also like super clean, and when I saw it I was like, I was hoping that's what Guitar Hero could become and kind of like let go of some of that like those like rock tropes that kind of like held it back in the eyes of like the reviewing press and stuff
I hate
like
to
that.
say it, Elliot, you got your wish.
Yeah,
You kind
you
of
did.
did,
Live.
ironically enough.
I
You did. It was the same developers, right? The DJ Hero developers were the people who made Guitar Hero Live, and when you break it down, so many of the gameplay elements from DJ Hero made it into GH Live, right? The 3 buttons on the controller versus the 3 buttons 2 rows on
I
the
hate
GH
using
Live.
my pinky.
Yeah,
I got a comment
like-
the other day that was like, "Oh, I used to love playing Guitar Hero Live or whatever because I didn't have to use my pinky, and now I'm playing on Fortnite Festival or whatever. I forget what he was talking about, but I was never good with my pinky." He mentioned. I'm like, "What? There's a real one out there. I found one.
yeah.
I haven't heard someone talk about
exists.
that forever."
It's real.
Yeah, no, and I think just all of I think obviously the standout in the disc set list was like having Skrillex in there, right? You know,
Totally.
that was that shit was
Totally.
that
I don't
that
care.
was like what people like gravitate towards, like Skrillex. Why?
Yeah.
Eminem, like that whole set was like what kind of people hyper focused on. And then
I honestly think that was like one of the best sets in the whole game too.
Agreed.
Like you got Linkin Park, you got the Tony Hawk Project 8 song.
Wastelands
Yeah, you got Linkin Park Wastelands and Clubfoot by Kasabian.
and Clubfoot,
And
yeah.
fucking and then it goes into Skrillex Bangarang and then Eminem Berserk, the Rick Rubin Beastie Boys cut of Eminem song.
I think the best like in terms of like vibes, definitely the indie rock set I think was the best vibe. But like
Yeah.
overall, I
Yeah.
thought the
Most
metal
memorable
set
one
was
for
like
sure.
really good.
I always really liked Move, Shake, and Hide by the Marmosets in GH Live. That's a really good song. Yeah.
That was on GHTV
Really-
only.
Oh, yeah, the G-
Yeah, really good.
Finding
though.
out like new stuff through GHTV was pretty cool. Like
We got
I found out-
Stash.
like I got into more like TV on the radio. I got into like Waves and fucking what was it that Coconut Dracula
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a banger.
Islander.
Islander. Yeah, Islander was pretty dope.
At Night in
And-
Dreams. That song.
White Denim.
Dope.
Yeah,
White
The
Denim.
Ad Night in
White
Dreams
Denim.
music video was like my favorite
That
one.
chart-
of the
that
entire
chart's
game.
like one of the
LSD
most-
Cowboys.
I love
That
it.
chart's
That's
one
so
of the
cool.
most
LSD
fun
Cowboys,
GHTV charts.
yup.
Yeah.
Bringing back
That-
the
that-
old
that-
meme.
That chart's
Oh my
super
God.
fun. Like in terms of GH Live charting, I think it's really fun.
And that was a crazy time too, because that was like Jason was still at Ubisoft.
Yep.
UCog Monkey was grinding.
Yeah.
Like he was
well, yeah.
popping off on
George-
GHTV.
George
Yep.
was still a major force to be reckoned with at that point. You know, like only reason now is he's not is because he just doesn't play anymore.
Yeah, he's a sim
you know?
racing.
He's sim racing, which he's obviously much happier with, and I'm happy that he.
Oh
found
yeah,
something,
100%.
Get that bag,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Get it.
Yeah, so
seriously.
he probably has a
he-
salary and doesn't have to worry about
He's
numbers
good
and
at
shit
it.
all
Like
the
he's
time.
really good at it.
He's
It's not
just
just
like,
about the streaming.
do
He's
good
really good at it.
equal.
Yeah.
You know.
That
He
was
is a kid-
something I didn't see coming. Like
I didn't
him,
either.
like I saw him like starting to play it. I was like, oh cool. And then like all of a sudden I was like, oh, he's like actually like racing like with people like
Yeah.
IRL, and then
Yeah,
like
doing
he started
tournaments
doing like the 12-hour like or whatever like
Which is
6-hour
crazy.
races.
Is that,
I'm
I
like,
think like he's always like ever since he was a kid he did like kart racing, and then that's what he did before Guitar Hero, and he was just really good at that. Crash Bandicoot and Guitar Hero, like that was
Yeah.
it.
Oh
Take
yeah,
it.
Crash Bandicoot. Yeah. He loved Crash Bandicoot.
And then we played Modern Warfare every once in a while, like back in
Yeah.
2012 or whatever. Be on the worst fucking yellow bar of my life, struggling to
Oh,
play.
you're playing in England, dude? Oh,
Yeah.
That
And I was
ain't
still
happening.
living in California. It was
man.
like the worst connection.
That is oof.
That's bad.
Good times.
That's really
Good times,
bad.
though.
Yeah.
Good times.
and that was like a moment too where like the Guitar Hero resurgence happened because it reintroduced the idea to people,
Exactly.
and then Cerulean was like there with Clone Hero, like it was coming. And
Yeah.
then once that happened, then we saw a resurgence of people actually charting again, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
recharting.
And that's how like
And-
CSC became a thing.
I
Yeah.
mean, like I learned how to chart because there were no Fall of Troy songs besides FC3 Remix, and like all the charts sucked.
And
I
the
was like, this is my,
the
I was like, this is my,
GH5.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
and
the
I mean,
DLC
those aren't
kit,
bad.
yeah.
They just have weird forcing, which makes them bad. But it like
That's
I was
that's
like,
Beanox.
yeah, I know that was Beanox, but I just wanted my favorite band to be in the game, and like it brought me down a rabbit hole. And like I don't really chart anymore as much as I used to, but like, that's how CSC started. Like, like I'll still never forget like that stream that Jason did with Clone Hero, where like it just starts off and it was a V17 or whatever, and Jason was like, yeah, so this is new.
Yeah,
We're gonna try this out. Like that was basically it.
I was
know?
in that
First
stream.
one.
I
It
was in that stream, too.
crazy.
I was in that
That was a
stream.
crazy ass stream because that was the point
Sandstorm
in
stream.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the point in time where it was kind of the crossroads. People going like, all right, do I stay on GH3 PC with the Warriors of Rock mod that just came out and that a ton of people worked their ass off on? I am one of those
Yep.
people. I'm just kidding. I helped with one texture, and it was the star power bar. I helped with one texture, and I was just bending it in Photoshop until it worked. Good job, and then eventually it got taken out, but it's okay. I still can. I can. Well, it got taken out for Fast
name was put on
GH3
anyway.
Warriors of Rock mod, which is even
Hey.
better than the original Warriors
Yeah.
of Rock mod. Anyway, I digress. But that was the crossroads because like Warriors of Rock mod came out and GH3 was about to enter this like, oh, you know what? This game looks really great now. People are gonna play it and all this stuff. This is April 2017. Sryline drops Clone Hero, cleans up the end user interface, and adds fucking practice mode. And then Jason's talking it up on stream. I remember people telling me like, "Oh, yo, are we gonna get a Clone Hero stream? Are we gonna get a Clone Hero stream?" I was like, "Yeah, what? I've been playing it. It's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool, but the interface isn't all there. There's no practice mode currently, and it would be hard for me to kind of stream it." And then Jason opens up the gates, and there's that was that one magical stream where everybody just kind of saw it, and
We realized
The
how
real-
magic it could be.
the
It was
real thing
pushing
that
forward.
turned people around was like, yeah, you don't have to leave the game to add new songs.
Yeah.
You click scan in the menu, and then after dragging and dropping it in, and then I was like, if I'm gonna take streaming seriously, I can't be using GH3 control panel. This shit sucks. I can't be using it.
Switching that on the fly is a complete different level of just discomfort that people aren't used to anymore, right?
No, and you were so limited too.
You didn't have to worry about, oh God, this song has more than 3,999 notes. It's going to crash my game.
Oh,
Or
the
things
offset.
like that.
The offset.
The
Did you set
offset.
the offset?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
a song
do
and
chart
sync.
offsets, chart syncing in game, like
Which was
even to the
which was Score
even to
Hero's
this day.
fault, to be fair, but I
Yeah.
understand why they did it.
I get it, though.
I get it. Yeah. Because
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that when customs first started, like in Guitar Hero 2, where you're burning an ISO and like you mod your PlayStation or you do disc swap.
swap magic, yeah.
Yeah, you actually had to go and find the song yourself because ScoreHero didn't want to support piracy. So literally, there were just charts. So
Yeah.
you would either rip it from your CD, or you would go on Kazaa or Napster.
Or
Yeah.
LimeWire,
Or
bro.
eventually, what people did because they got so lazy is they were like literally like ripping audio off YouTube, just like
Yes.
I just need the song.
That's what I did.
And that's why GH2 ISOs sound like fucking dog water.
And
yeah.
I think I remember like getting customs into Frets on Fire, and like because I wasn't allowed to mod the PS2. I didn't buy it.
It wasn't your PS2.
It was my dad's PS2.
That was my dad's PS2.
My dad's. So I wasn't able to do that, but I played Frets on Fire on a laptop at like 15, 20 FPS. And so it's like, okay, this is what it'll do for now. And this is before it had working hopos. So you had to strum everything in Frets on Fire. This is a dark time.
It's just your dad like walks in on you, and instead of like porn, it's like you taking a paper clip and trying to...
Dude, no. You know
what are you doing with the PlayStation?
You know what the strat was? It's being like, hey, do we have any like cards you don't use anymore, like an old credit card? Because you would like cut a slot into it, like
so
like
you
a
could
notch.
do the hook.
Yeah, you could hook it.
I think you know what I tried. You know what I tried that. My dad was actually down with that.
Just gotta emulate one of these bad boys.
Yes,
no,
that's it.
you actually have one.
I got my
That's
swap
actually
magic
so
tool right
fucked
here.
up to look
Yeah,
at.
dude.
Shut up.
This
No,
is
put
what
that
you gotta
away.
do with
It's
the
like
swap
an
magic.
I don't want to see it.
torture.
I don't want to see it. Oh my god.
The memories.
You want to kill your PS2? Here's how.
No, literally, for some reason my dad was
You
super
killed
down
your
with that, and I could
PS2.
never get it to work. And
It was
he
really
like,
hard. You
Yeah,
had to be
we
quick.
could do
You had to
it,
be
but if
quick.
you break the PS2, you break the PS2. Like that's what he
Yeah.
told me.
I have the swap magic
Probably-
discs somewhere around here. They're not where I thought they were, though. So
Yeah.
That's how I started playing rhythm games, guys, was back on PlayStation 2, swap magic in Bamani games, and playing that with an old PlayStation 2 controller,
wow.
like a gamepad. That's
Like-
literally how I got
because
into rhythm games.
Because they were region locked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swap magicking in Bamani games and playing it on PlayStation
Oh,
controller
yeah,
is
so you can
literally
choose
how I
PAL.
got started.
God, that's crazy. Hey, Alec, you remember Guitar Zero?
Yeah, I do remember
clone?
Guitar Zero. That game got.
Yeah, dude, I remember seeing that on YouTube
game's
all the time.
sequel.
I think I still have the. I have the original download.
I have
on my
it somewhere
PC.
too,
But I don't
it
have
looks
two,
literally
because two
just
got
like
DMCA'd.
Guitar Hero 1. It looks
Yeah,
exactly
two-
like Guitar Hero 1.
Yeah.
And the visuals look very, very nice, but you could tell that
The venue's
stolen as
cool.
fuck. The venue's really cool.
it's kind of like that. It's like one central stage, and there's a whole bunch of arrows pointing down towards the center.
When if you think
Yeah.
about it, it's like old Yarg.
It is kind of like
way.
Old Yarg. Or
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
before
weird
Clone Hero
way.
came around, your options for custom, homemade, not official Guitar Hero games to play your customs in were Frets on Fire, and maybe Guitar Zero if you were crazy,
There's
or
Phase
Guitar
Shift.
Zero.
Phase Shift.
Phase Shift did
Yeah.
exist. Yeah, true. There was
Yeah.
Phase Shift too. I
Phase
forgot
Shift.
about Phase Shift.
Well, Jason,
Sorry.
you played Phase Shift.
That was the first
Yeah,
game I ever
Jason was a
streamed.
big phase
Yeah.
shift
He was
guy.
a
And
big
you
phase
used-
shifter, man.
You used
And
the
honestly-
Rock mod, right?
And honestly,
Yeah.
I will say it's like, yeah, that's when you valued functionality over aesthetic and all that stuff, which I totally get. Being
Yep.
able to search songs and typing songs, I would have taken
That's
that
the
over
quality
playing
of
Guitar Hero
life.
3 PC. But then eventually I got you into getting into playing Guitar Hero 3 PC.
You did.
But
That's
that
all
shit
Alec.
Shit was super scuffed, but I eventually helped you out with it.
I mean,
But-
here was my position, right? I had never done it. The only time I'd ever played customs at that point was burned ISOs on PS2 back with other people at tournaments, right? And I didn't know it. I was sometimes I feel completely technologically illiterate, like straight up. Sometimes I do, and that always makes me feel a little bit more nervous about getting into stuff like that. I knew it was.
get it.
I knew it was challenging getting into GH3 on PC, like when you didn't know. Because this is why I always talk about barrier of entry, right? Everybody's different with what they know. That's why Fortnite Festival is so big nowadays, because it's free to play and anybody can do it easily, right? Oh, I don't have to
Yeah.
download Clone Hero and set it up and download songs and get a guitar controller. I could just load up this game and play some, Fallout Boy
Play
on
some
my
songs.
keyboard.
Yep.
It's also I just want to throw it back to like what we were talking about, these moments that accelerate our community. So we're in the middle of one.
Yes.
Because, like I said, despite how you feel about Fortnite Festival, it is literally reintroduced the idea of the highway, the classic
To a
no
new
way,
generation.
into the cultural zeitgeist, and that's why
Yeah.
all your TikToks are popping off, and that's why
In the
your
biggest way
comments
possible.
on
Bigger than
Rocksmith
it's ever been,
videos
by the
being
way.
like,
Yeah,
Fortnite,
yeah,
Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Wow,
So
I
this
can't
is
believe they
happening.
copied Fortnite is like the most common one. And like a lot of people are being satirical, but there are people who are genuinely serious when they say that,
True.
Because Fortnite is all they know. It's all they know. Guitar Hero is an old fucking game. We're old fucks, like it is what it is.
The last good Guitar and Rock Band games came out before a lot of people were even playing the game. Like Warriors of Rock and Rock Band 3, 2010. You
Yeah.
are 14 years old if
Wow,
you were born in
that's crazy
2010.
to think about, actually.
So
It is,
fucked.
right?
If you are
Crazy
less than a
fuck.
teenager playing
I was in
Fortnite
high
Festival
school,
right
man.
now, you were not alive when the last games came out. Good game.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
graduated
was a
in like
freshman in high
2013.
school, bro.
You know,
I was a
graduated
freshman
way
in
after
high
these
school
games
when Words
died.
of Rock came out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to
think
throw
I was,
out one more
seventh
thing
grade.
here.
Yeah.
There's one more thing that I think is really important because this stacks on top of what was just said here. Most of these kids who are so emotionally attached to Clone Hero feel that way because it's all they know, right? Perfect example is if anybody here ever goes to stream on TikTok, all right? Let's say you want to play some Rock Band or some Guitar Hero on TikTok Live. Guess what? There's no category for it. There's only a category for Clone Hero.
Yeah,
I'm not even
crazy.
kidding.
That's it.
What?
That's it.
I'm
Yeah,
not
That's
even kidding.
wild.
Yeah, it's only Clone Hero. That's it.
Man, we're
Guitar,
old.
no Rock Band.
Fuck,
Yeah.
dude. I hate that.
I'm just being
Yeah.
honest here. That's what people know nowadays. They don't even realize that Clone Hero is ripped directly from GH Warriors of Rock's assets. That's wild.
That's fucked
That's
up.
wild.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah,
You
just
mean
saying.
there's people that have never played Guitar Hero 1?
That
We got a
fucks
lot,
me up.
We got a lot to talk about then because, oh man, you're not going to like Guitar Hero 1 at all. You're going to hate it. You're
Or
not
What
gonna
does
like
this
it.
strum bar do? Well, you're gonna get used to it. Let me
You
tell
better
you
learn.
what.
You better
You're
learn.
going to learn today.
Ever heard of a shrinking hit window? Let me tell you something.
I'll tell you all
Whereas,
about
like,
it.
You know, it's funny because I've seen a lot of people be like, "Oh, like Fortnite's hit detection is bad." It's like, what are you talking about? It's fine. Like there's bugs, right? Like,
I got news
run,
for you.
we've run into some bugs, right? Like there's the server
server
desync
desync.
issue, there's the overdrive auto hit issue, issues that can be fixed, right? But in
Yeah,
terms of like
pretty minor stuff,
like
really.
when I get a perfect and I miss a perfect, I feel like it was my fault. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I don't
Yeah,
feel
it's-
like
once
it's,
you have
like,
your
out of my
calibration
control.
locked in, right? I mean,
once you get the
calibration's a huge
calibration
factor
done.
in this game.
Which a lot of people forget because Harmonix
Yes.
games have always been very calibration oriented once Rock Band came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And our
agreed.
calibrations
Very-
here are very drastically different. I play at like 95, 105. And Jason,
Wow.
I think, plays in the 30s and 40s.
Correct.
I don't know where
Besides tweet with 300.
Oh, yeah.
What do you know about this calibration?
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes
No,
this
like,
shit
I-
works.
I
It's like
yeah,
Rock
no,
Band
I was
4
playing on-
calibration, man.
That was like my big screen TV in my living room, our movie watching TV. It was like 4 a.m. I was like, I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna play a game of Festival. Why not? But on my Xbox, I calibrate that shit. It's like 300 on both ends.
You weren't
And
even
it
fucking
felt
around?
perfect. It
You weren't
felt
even fucking
perfect.
around. That was legit.
That was
That's
legit.
what you needed to
It
play.
was- I was on that sound bar, bro.
Yeah.
Sound
That'll
bar.
do
so much
it.
latency.
Sound bar
That'll do
is
it, yeah.
disgusting.
I got to bring my fucking PS5 to the living room, see what I can get my calibration with
It'll
my
probably
little
be better
sound
than
ar.
Xbox. I'll be completely honest. It'll probably
Yeah,
be way better
Xbox.
than Xbox.
They gotta.
Actually,
I'm
true. I'll
hoping
bring
that
my Xbox
February
up there.
fixes Xbox because oh no, it's not. And even like
And
Jason,
PC
you
for that
played
matter.
you played on PS4, right? And you were like, I don't know about this.
Hey, so there is one positive to mention for anybody out there. If you end up having an Arduino and you want to play with your guitar on console, guess what? Hey, if you set it up as a keyboard, PlayStation
works.
accepts controllers that are keyboards, and you can play Festival with your guitar on it. I just want to throw it out there. I've tried it. It works
Interesting.
great.
Yeah. It works. It might work a little bit better on PS5 than PS4.
Oh yeah,
but-
and then really quick news regarding like controller authentication because it's been added to Sandtroller. Somebody found out that if you plug in the GH Live Xbox 360 receiver, it works as authentication.
Really?
Oh, I have
360.
one of those chilling.
Well, I
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah,
Right
it just
next-
works. it just works.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
that's
so
that's
if
that's the easiest thing to do then.
That's the easiest
insane.
thing to do. It absolutely is because like right now it's like trying to find the best way to implement authentication because like for example, Noise on his adapters has an extra USB port, right, that you can plug like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller into for authentication. And then on guitars it's like, well, how do you implement like how do you put a USB cable like entrance like on the guitar, right? And
Without it being intrusive.
and yeah, and that's the big hurdle right now. And so in terms of the Wii guitar, that's easy. You just feed it through the Wiimote slot, and that's it. You know, that's all you have to do. The only problem is that I think certain consoles check for authentication over a time cycle, right? So I think Xbox it's one and done, but I think that I think PlayStation is different actually. Ironically
Wow,
enough.
it's shocking.
Yeah, right.
Common music game trope. Sony makes something difficult for
Oh
people.
my god,
Yeah.
dude. My first experience with the new gen consoles, the 7th gen Xbox 360 and PS3, was with the PS3 Les Paul when I first got Guitar Aerosmith. That was my first next gen game after coming from a PS2. And I thought I was like, pretty good at the game, so I'm like, why am I missing these notes? These notes shouldn't be missing here. Something's wrong here. Something's wrong with this controller. I was taking out the neck all the time trying to clean the connections, like these notes are dropping for no reason. And it's because the fucking controller sucks. It's because it's just a really bad controller with a really bad wireless technology that just doesn't work.
When I first played Cult of Personality on Expert, there's a video some aggregate probably has it archived somewhere, but I definitely failed because of the latency.
It's fucking awful.
On that, it was so bad. I was like,
Next to unplayable.
I was like, is this what GH3 is gonna be like? And I was like, there's no way, because like I was like trying to get Red Octane guys. I'm like, is the TV calibrated? They're like, we think so, and I'm like, I don't think it. I was like trying to calibrate. I'm like, this is as good as I can get it. Like playing like Cliffs of Dover, and I'm like, okay, this seems more on. And then like get to the solo in Cult of Personality, and just like the notes are like just like stuttering. I was just like, what is happening?
It's like, this shit does not work, guys. They fixed it all for the Guitar Hero 5 guitar. That feels pretty good. That's like the best PS3 guitar.
That's the best PS3 guitar.
But man, there were some growing pains on PS3.
That's like the only PS3 guitar that I ever bought. Like,
it's the only one that's worth it.
Yeah.
The World Tour
I got
guitar
it
is
for
just
like
going to break with your
$40.
strum bar. The Warriors of Rock guitar is probably fine, but I just don't like the strum bar on those.
I don't like that shit, man.
No, I don't like that shit.
Hamburger strum bar.
Cyclops
360
would
stays
freak
winning,
out if
though.
you said that.
That's fine.
So now that Rock Band 4 is ending DLC, I have a question for you. Do you remember the last DLC that was actually like delisted, like besides Blitz?
I don't actually. I don't remember.
I
It was a long time ago. Probably the Rock Band 3 export was probably like the last thing that was delisted, right?
So something. Okay. So like,
I think
is
there's more. No?
Is Harmonix like the greatest music licensing team of all time?
By
They
far,
have to
easy.
be. They have to
I mean,
be.
they
Easily.
have to be. Yeah, and I mean, like,
Because-
like even now, like Kyle, like shout out to Kyle. Like Kyle's like done a really good job with getting music in Fortnite Festival. And Rock Band 4 as well.
Hey,
But-
we can just look back to the DLC they've released and the songs they've got on game, okay? They got Metallica DLC in Rock Band 1.
Very
That
early.
says enough right
Day
there to
one.
me. That's crazy. Just like straight up, look at the licensing people have gone through, right? Metallica doesn't like do stuff unless it's A, in Fortnite, or B, their own game with Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Very particular. But the
It's-
other thing I wanna point out is that Rock Band 4 can directly stream to Twitch. And that is something
Oh,
that
yeah, that's
no
right, it
other
can.
music
That's
game
cracked.
can do.
That's cracked.
Yeah.
Not
everyone
even GH Live.
everyone was just like, they're just like, oh yeah, it just works. I'm like, wait, what? How
That's
is
insane.
How is it just working? What did they do that
You're right.
Rocksmith couldn't do it? Guitar Hero couldn't do it? Like any other number of licensed
what?
music couldn't directly stream. It would just block it. What did they do to do
Yeah,
that?
what did they do in order to get the songs in the Fortnite Festival because of like the characters that are playing their songs and lip syncing to their songs? That's very
I would imagine
particular
it has to be a nightmare to license all that
It has
shit.
to be hell. Yeah,
'Cause,
because you're
I
immortalized
remember-
in Fortnite.
I remember there being a time when Rock Band 2 was about to come out, and they had a secret mode in the kiosk called Jukebox mode. It was supposed to be a mode where you could see your characters playing
just-
songs in the game, just
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
doing that. But they had to pull it because there's some artists that did not want to see your created characters playing their songs without a track on the screen. But then it didn't matter anyway because you could just go play performance mode on vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
something.
shit.
So they
You're still
technically
playing
kept
it.
Exact same shit. So
But-
you're technically able to work around it. But I think my thing is, it's like, how the fuck did they get the how did they get Zombie so then I can do default dance as Peter Griffin when there's no notes on the screen? How is that like? How is that
Because
even possible?
Epic
Like,
Games.
I don't
we can
get
take that
it.
even a step. We can take that a step further. I think I might have mentioned this on the show before, but if not, I know I've talked to you guys about it off stream. But I think one of the most impressive things that they've been able to do music licensing wise, is they somehow negotiated that no matter what, on the first day new songs are dropped, they're free. What music game has ever
24
done
hours.
free to play trial DLC? Like seriously, straight up.
They're the first. They're the first ones. They're yet again like. See, this is the harmonics that I miss. You know, like pioneering.
Yeah.
They're back, dude.
Right?
No, they're for
back.
sure cooking. They're back.
They're back. Like because they have the funding now. Like that's the thing. Like Rock Band 4 ended up the way that it did because nobody wanted to help them anymore. Right? Nobody wanted to help them. Like they were, and that's why they became quote unquote an indie company.
It was like
small indie company.
From Harmonix's own
They
words.
needed 1.6 million on Fig.
And they did not get
And I mean,
that.
look,
I think
to
they
be
got
fair,
close to half.
You know, like now do they think about it, like more than half that money is probably just towards the music licensing alone. You know,
No joke.
Yeah,
Probably.
100%. It wasn't
Easy.
operating costs, that's for sure.
and I mean, Rock Band 4 has like one of the smallest in-game set lists out of any. It might be the smallest out of any game, right?
But they
The
also
second
had some.
smallest.
We already talked about already, but we already talked about. Oh no, we didn't talk about it on recording. But I was saying like there's some crazy stuff in the Rock Band 4 set list. There's Bruno Mars with Mark Ronson. There's Aerosmith, Van Halen. There's
Yeah,
Dream
two
Theater.
prior Guitar Hero
Elvis.
band games.
There's
are-
Elvis.
Yeah,
in
Elvis
Rock
is in the
Band
fucking
4.
game, bro.
And
And
it's
I
one of his
have-
biggest
First time ever.
songs too.
Yeah,
I have
first
some
time and only time.
tinfoil. I got tinfoil right now, man.
I think I told
Ev-
Yup,
we've
yup.
talked about this off show,
Yeah.
but I'll throw it out here in public too. Has anybody noticed that every song in Rock Band 4, not a single one of them is in Fortnite Festival? So with the new guitar coming out and the potential for some, crossover, is there any chance we get a Rock Band 4 export to Fortnite Festival? Because again,
No.
not a single song overlaps. It would be possible, and it would give a lot of the artists people are looking for, Avenged Sevenfold,
Imagine
Dream Theater,
Metropolis Part
etc.
1.
Metropolis Part 1.
That'd be
Judas
fucking
Priest.
sick, by the way.
Panama.
Now, I don't-
You can
I
buy
think
Rock Band
that they
4 for
would-
$10 right now on PlayStation Network. It's on sale.
$10. $10.
Yes, $10.
Yep.
Tinfoil or not. It's probably just because DLC's ending. But hey, who knows? Might as well buy it just in
It's
case,
still not
right?
$10 on Xbox. I think it's still
No,
40
it's not.
bucks on
Only
Xbox right now.
PlayStation. Yeah, only PlayStation
just-
has this deal right now.
Oh, it's like a sale.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense as a marketing thing. If the Riz Master is coming out and it's going to be a cross-compatible thing with Fortnite and with Rock Band 4,
See-
hey, get all these new songs and have an entire new game to play if you want the standalone Rock Band 4.
And that would be super sick because then if PlayStation players are making up the majority of gamers right now, they actually reported the amount of people who are playing on PlayStation as of December 2023, and there's 50 million people playing playing PlayStation 5. That might not be
Is
the
that like
exact
monthly
number.
active users just like logging onto their
Yeah,
PlayStation 5?
monthly active users. Like PlayStation is dominating the console space right now, and so if
They've been
they're
for, like,
they feel like
10
they-
years.
I feel like maybe PlayStation knows, man. Maybe they know something that we don't. Marking that bitch down to $9. There you go. It's export time. It'd be insane
hope.
if it was.
That's probably
an
extreme
actual
copium right there,
full-
but-
yeah, I know it's extreme copium.
Extreme.
But listen, you're talking to the guys who love Guitar Hero and play it every single day.
Yeah.
We
live
noticed
off
this
of, we
shit,
live
though.
and breathe off of copium, and so Jason's looking at the shit. We're all looking at the shit, but it would be weird to say that hey, it would be weird not to think that we could get tongue tied. By Group Love
yeah.
in
Group
Fortnite
Love.
Festival. We could get Brown Eyed Girl into
Dude,
Fortnite
what's
Festival.
up? Four non-blondes.
What's up? Four non-blondes.
Hey,
That's
yeah,
very
yeah.
pop-oriented stuff.
Centuries by
Uptown
Fall Out
Funk
Boy.
is on disc.
Uptown
Uptown
Come on.
Funk, yeah.
Bruno Mars is a skin in Fortnite.
Still
with
into you.
Anderson .Paak.
Paramore.
Yeah,
Make it all be
Paramore.
fun.
Yes, we need more pop punk.
So
that
how
type of
much?
thing.
How much would if a song is 500 V-bucks? how
Don't
much
even
is
go
the
there.
Export gonna cost.
Don't even go there.
20,000 V-bucks for export.
55 songs times.
100,000.
It'd be
You could be that- you could be
32,500
that
if they're all
guy.
full price. 32,500 V-bucks.
And then
Which would be like
since there's song sharing in Fortnite Festival, you just go to a fill lobby, and then everyone's just overwhelmed with the amount of tracks that
It's
you
like
have.
I have 65 song
Yeah.
set list.
And
Let's-
then yet
fuck did these come from?
Winterfest Wish still gets picked. Like,
Butter
I like
Barn.
this song.
Buddy
I know
Holly,
it.
Buddy
Hey,
Holly
Squawk,
still gets picked.
What's going on?
You just brought up a good point, though, Alec. I think that once they add more songs to the game, considering they want to have thousands eventually, we really are going to need some better search options for songs
Yeah,
to
it's
pick.
You can only
Not
type
great.
right now. I think that's it. You can just type.
Yeah, it's not.
There's
it's not
filters.
great.
I think there's
Yeah,
filters.
there's
You can
filters.
filter by
It's literally
certain
copied
things.
and pasted from like the lockers, though. You know, like when
Yeah.
you're searching for a skin.
They-
I mean,
It
if we
would
could
be
just
ideal
Down the line
to,
problem.
down the
It would be
line,
ideal to make
we'll
it
probably
more like Rock Band. More like
we'll
Rock
probably
Band. That's
have
really it.
something that looks exactly like the Rock Band
Band.
2. I think the
Yeah.
Rock Band 2 interface was perfect for
It
for
was.
songs.
Rock Band 2
I
is the
think
best.
it even beats out Rock Band 3 in my opinion. Just
Rock Band
Yeah,
3 is
I
a
would
bit
agree.
overcomplicated in some ways. Like,
It is.
and
I mean, people
and
like
in some
their
ways I
filters,
miss the old Clone Hero set list because it was the Rock Band 2 set list.
It was. Yeah.
Like it was 1-to-1. I like right now the Fortnite Festival set list is, funnily enough, it's like the Guitar Hero 5 song list, almost
is,
one
yeah.
to one.
it kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It very much is. It shows
True.
it shows the ratings like on the right side. It's a skinny song list, and then there's like some more information on like the upper right corner. It's leaderboards, which is cool. I like that. I like that as an addition. But yeah, I think if we just go back to Rock Band 2 with some more info like that, then I think
Perfect.
the song searching would be a lot better. But yeah, no, it would be advanced copium for us to think that there's going to be a full-on Rock Band 4 export. I think they're definitely going to save. They're going to probably do like save the
Prescription
relicensing
grade.
under some different terms or whatever. And they would do like all AI stem splitting. Like we would not have masters. Essentially, I feel like that's the way
Well,
that they
I
could
wonder how
relicense
much
the
of
whole
that.
set list.
I wonder
and then
how
we
much
would
of
have
that they're doing right now. In the
yeah,
festival.
they're probably doing a lot of it right now.
But do
Let's
you
be honest,
think that
nobody
do you
fucking
think they
cares.
have to delist it in 2025, or like what do you think they're gonna
That
do?
honestly,
might have
I would think they do delist it in 2025.
Yeah,
10
with
years
the,
after-
with
after release.
Rock Band 4 being $9 on PlayStation, I think a delist is imminent. Maybe not that close, but it's
But a
it's
year
gonna
from
happen
now.
soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen very soon.
So most music licensing is done for 10 years. Most when it comes to music games. That's the case with Rocksmith, or it was. It's the case with old stuff in Rock Band. With Rock Band 4 coming out in 2015, I think you guys are spot on, right? There's a good chance if we do see an export, it would probably be in this next year after instrument mode drops. And that's a big if. That's a huge if. And maybe
The
a
hugest
potential
if.
delist next year. That makes sense.
I feel like festival coming out around this time is the exact thing that Harmonix would need, considering that their game is about to turn 10 years old.
Yep.
Next
Yeah, they
year.
need something
clearly-
else.
They need something
clearly
else. We
planned-
need something else.
Yeah.
To
They
get
clearly
them through
planned it out.
this
Yeah.
semi-charmed life.
My favorite drug song.
Actually, yeah, that song bangs,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a
a
full
good-ass
loop
song.
back to earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No. We were talking. Yeah. No. Before we were talking about future festival icon passes me like, oh yeah, it's gonna be Juice WRLD, Eminem, and then I was like, yeah, we're probably gonna see Lace It, that new track, and then Jason was like, would you say? You're like,
It was
oh,
like,
it's a little too
man,
on
you
the
know
nose.
what? Sure, we got on the nose like Can't Feel My Face. Exactly.
That song's literally about cocaine.
In the nose.
And it's in the game
But-
right now.
I was worried that
Hey,
Lace
Cake
It
by
might
the
not
Ocean.
work just because eating butt by the
Yeah,
beach.
yeah.
Exactly.
Cake by the Ocean's about
Yeah.
eating ass.
Yeah, Cake by the Ocean. Yeah.
But I didn't know if they would put Lace It in Fortnite with it having like direct like references to perp and Percocets and all these different
mean, they
drug
It's the
references.
culture. It's the culture, man.
They didn't censor it at face value. Didn't like it goes back to that that tweet that the Fortnite Festival account had to make and saying
No
just
sex
because
in
the- yeah,
Fortnite.
no, there's no sex in
sex.
Fortnite. I can't believe we had to say that,
That was
Absolutely.
funny.
but
None.
it's in reference to the lyrics. Like that was so funny.
But it didn't
But-
say nothing about drug. There are
Didn't
drugs
say
in
nothing
Fortnite.
about drugs though. But yeah, we have "Can't Feel My Face" in the game right now. So like,
Who try to chug this jug?
I mean, like
Jug of perp.
the Flowberry Fizz, the leans.
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
little
the
dude.
bit
Flowberry
too.
Fizz.
Gonna shoot my
Flowberry
Flowberry
Fizz.
Fizz all over you. That
Yeah.
shit's
Oh,
insane.
right. They added sex to Fortnite. Just in different ways.
Jason, I don't know if you've played BR recently, but that's how you use the Flowberry Fizz.
Oh, absolutely. And then you have to pull out the Mr. Brightside and the Gangnam Style jam tracks so that you can go, I'm coming. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Oh, is that allowed?
Yes.
Yeah,
This
it's
game rocks,
technically,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, there's the most cursed emote combo where you can pull out your jam tracks for your emotes with Mr. Brightside. It starts with "I'm coming" out of my cage.
Cut
and
it
then
off.
Is fine. And you cut it off after "I'm coming," and then you quick swap over to Gangnam Style, which starts with for some reason So you can say,
So-
I'm coming.
Jam
Ugh.
stage harmonics.
So since I'm here, we should probably talk about Rocksmith Plus because you guys never talk about. Well, you talked about it
Yeah.
a few times.
Okay, we could talk about it right now by saying, what the shit is up with them raising
Yeah.
the prices? What is Ubisoft
Yeah, like,
thinking?
Come on.
So
I say this
think-
as a former
Elliot over
member
here
of the
fighting
Rocksmith
for his
team.
life on multiple forums, on Reddit, on Twitter, everywhere, on YouTube, and
It's great because it finally people are like, oh, it's really, it really seems like they've been turning it around since these licensing agreements and piano, and then they're like,
$20
we are
a month.
increasing the prices by
Let's just drop our trousers right here over the
Yeah.
community.
And,
Yes.
now you're over here cracking your knuckles and be like, oh man, I gotta start fucking replying to people.
I got work to do.
Shut up!
Well, it's great because like everyone's like, oh, it's like I'm gonna continue to not subscribe. It's like, yeah, they know that.
Yeah.
So I imagine probably they took a look at the scope of a project and they saw the improvements they made piano, and they looked at musician and they're like, well, we need to be at parity. And the people that are the existing subscribers that are subscribing, maybe they won't care and they'll just stick around, and that's a risk they'll take. And I
Holy
think, like, yeah, it's definitely, it's scummy, 100%. Especially the fact you can't stack your subscription; you have to wait for it to expire to resubscribe. And also, like Ubisoft Connect is like a whole other story. Like, it's completely broken. It's like the worst enemy of Rocksmith Plus in so many ways. But yeah, it's
frustrating.
It's not great. The only silver lining to it is when they made the announcement, it said that we're excited to share, like, upcoming, like, very corporate, like, the future, like, very, and then they're like, we got Metallica, but it's not in the US or Canada. But we got Metallica. We already had Metallica, but we're getting 7 more songs. And then they licensed 30 Paramore songs. And then they got all of Dookie.
That's insane.
That's
but
big,
then
honestly.
following that, it's like, here you go. Here, take the
Yeah.
present, $20.
Yeah, well,
$20
it's
a
just
month.
like it's if you're subscribed now, if you're interested in it, you can subscribe now, and it's not going to be $140 for a full year. But if you don't, then yeah, if you subscribe after March 4th, then that will be the new price. And
Which is insane.
Yeah, get into the game now so you can get it cheaper.
yeah,
I see what they're doing.
If you're interested in it, then yeah. But like, if you're gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, this moral quandary I have," it's like, come on, man, you don't actually care. Like,
Yeah, no, you're just being angry because it's not.
Because you want to be mad about something. Yeah.
I know how I've watched music games for a while, and everyone has this fantasy where they're like, oh, the company has done the worst possible thing. I'm going to pirate everything extra hard now. It's like, yeah, they know. That's why they did all of this. Because they know you don't care. You just want customs. You just want them to fail so you can make your own clone smith. That's the fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, once they stop caring, they could just they're going to make it so much better, and they're going to improve everything. And, like, the community knows what's best because all everyone wants is Slayer and Polyphia DLC, and that's what would save Rocksmith if they just put out Rocksmith 2014.
When in
too.
reality, having
Yeah.
playing God in Rocksmith would be a fucking nightmare.
Well, I mean,
Like-
I've seen it. It is
Exactly.
It is a
No,
nightmare.
I've seen it too. I've seen it. I have tried it, and it's not it. It's just
It's funny because, like, I've seen what sells, and people would be very chagrined to know what outsells their favorite band and
I
my
was gonna
favorite
say-
band too. So
I was gonna
it's-
say, like, yo, you put finger, was it Goldfinger, Superman in the game?
yeah.
I bet that shit banged when it came out because this is the Tony Hawk pack. They got Mill and Cullen, bro. They got that
dude.
track. It was literally a Tony
the
Hawk
skater
pack.
mix pack.
I bet that
Nice.
shit was like really, really good for the game when it dropped.
I think I'm allowed to say that, like, when I went into the studio, I saw some sales data, and I'll point out that one of the best-selling songs that I saw was a Norah Jones song, and it's a Norah
Really?
Jones song that was basically close for the average person. close to impossible to probably play to the average listener. They would probably look at it and be like, okay, that's way too hard. I'm never going to be able to play that. But people want what they want.
Yes.
And you can see that reflected in Rock Band 4 DLC at a certain point. These licenses where it's just like, they know they're getting their return on investment. Sometimes people just want to play what they want to play, and it doesn't matter if a chart's going to be fun. It doesn't matter if it's a deep cut from the band. They just want to hear the song, and they want to play it.
It was Sunrise, wasn't it? I love that song. I love that song, and it's hard to learn. It's hard to learn. I love that song. Like, yeah, I played it for Rosie.
When I was at
Don't know
Ubisoft, when I was doing Rocksmith, when I was there, we used to have meetings every single week. That was about, hey, this is where the DLC for the week did. Here's where we projected. This is what we did, like sales-wise. And I remember with all that detail, right? I feel like there was almost a directly inverse proportion between like how many people got upset about something and talked about it versus how little it sold. Like legitimately. Like the more hardcore the community was about, I need Metallica. Nah, man, the pop shit always outsold it. It didn't matter.
I have reason to believe that when they dropped Dragon Force on Rock Band 3, it probably didn't even sell that great, other than like Through the Fire and Flames. It probably didn't do well, considering one, the charts were trash, and two, it was like way too late for them to drop Dragon Force, but they did it anyway.
If they dropped it in Rock Band 2, would have sold
that would have been absolutely insane.
Oh my god!
Everybody would have bought that.
Could you
shit.
imagine that shit in Rock Band 2?
The timing was off.
By the time Rock Band 3 came out, I can tell you right now, like, people were not buying Rock Band 3 DLC like they were buying Rock Band 2. No way.
But they were also getting all the pop shit for Rock Band 3. Like they had some good deep cuts in there. But then for every like good pop cut that there was, you'd get a Scream Aim Fire with a deplorable chart, or
that's solo
Pulse of the Maggots, which was only FC'd on Rock Band 3 a month ago.
Yeah.
A month ago.
What happened, Harmonix? What happened?
Like,
I want to talk to whoever charted that.
And Elliot, what you're saying about for all the people who look at the songs and they're like all naysaying, they think they know what's best. Community members who feel like they know the future of their favorite game. Like Epic got around that entirely with UEFN and Fortnite Festival. Go ahead. Here's the fucking tools. Go ahead and make the games better than us.
Do better.
Like Alex Rogopoulos even said in that interview, like he wants people to make better games than them, a better experience than Fortnite Festival. So if you don't like it now, then here you go. And there's that dream fantasy land that you were talking about just a second ago with Rocksmith, but unfortunately for Rocksmith, the whole like audio recognition shit is so state of the art. So like
people could. Like, I don't doubt people could make their own clone Smith if they wanted to. The fact is that if YARG does that, there's a good chance that there would be. I would not recommend they do it.
I get it.
Very litigious.
Patents, trademarks,
and like they have like,
technology.
It's an active product. So
it's not
thing about
exactly. It's still actively
here on
supported.
YARG, it's like.
They're dead.
Harmonix, they don't make money off it.
YARG already has a form of like audio recognition because the vocals engine, the vocals engine. So it's like right there. You know what I mean? So
like the closest they have is like this Tone Lib Jam thing, which basically is like a PSARC like preview engine that also has tab and stuff like that. Which they sell, and I'm sure Ubisoft isn't happy about that, but they probably
I bet that's not great.
Structuring some way to go after
That's
them.
like if they sold feedback back in 2006, dude.
God,
that's insane.
That's
really not good. But I think like in terms of like the audio recognition and stuff like that, Epic and Harmonix have to be coming up with something because people want to sing.
But don't you think it's a bit telling they don't show the lyrics like anywhere? Like maybe they
don't show the lyrics, but the characters are lip syncing, so that data has to come from somewhere too, and it's not mocap. I know what we all know what mocap looks like when it's if you look at any of the Guitar Hero games, specifically like the World
Yeah, because
Tour
those
era
those
type
are
stuff,
Harmonix's
you can tell.
forge. They're their forge systems.
Yeah, you can
right?
tell that
Yeah.
it was automated or it was run through a system. It was robotic enough to make it
Especially
look
like Guitar Hero 1 and 2. It's like
Yeah,
Guitar
just
Hero 1 and
opening
2
and closing
is
your
just
mouth.
like,
Or GH3, the
Oh, yeah,
giant
GH3 is not
cavernous-
great either.
well, I was gonna say
Yeah.
GH3. That is mocap. Like that's entirely mocap.
Yeah.
It's like an older version of like the World Tour mocap, but still, it wasn't automated. The way that Rock Band 1, 2, 3, or any of the Rock Band games for that matter, except for like Green Day. Green Day was all mocap by a fan. I think it was like a Green Day tribute band that did mocap for them.
That's great.
really?
Yeah, no,
didn't
that
know
was
that.
found out actually very recently. That they used a Green Day tribute band, and if you go on that tribute band's website, I don't know what their tribute band name is, but they call themselves like the greatest Green Day rock band or something, and it was like a preview, a trailer embedded on their website of Green Day Rock Band, and it's them saying we did mocap for this or something like
That's
that.
fucked.
It's very cool. It's very
That's
cool,
awesome.
and it hasn't
Wow.
been updated since 2009.
Yeah,
Straight up, the
they
whole
just put it
website
up. That's
not
it.
been updated since 2009. But yeah, I mean, like that was a pretty common thing, for the mocap studios to go after impersonators,
Yeah,
their
like-
likenesses and stuff, because
Johnny
How are they-
Cash.
Save money.
Some people are dead.
how are they gonna get Johnny Cash? How are they gonna get Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix?
Well,
Oh,
Oh,
Error prevented shooting. Turn the camera
What?
off and again or
what
reinstall the
the
battery.
fuck?
See ya, camera.
it's
Later,
funny. I
guys.
saw like Jason typing something, and then all of a sudden it's just like the battery.
That's a new one. Never seen that
That
one
is-
before.
That's just I went. Bleh, I'm
Yeah,
gone.
there he is. Well,
There we
or
go.
He
Yeah.
isn't, but
Oh,
I am
uh-oh.
just. I am invisible.
he's in the ether.
I am
Oh, man.
space. I have become everything.
So I
So
think
there.
Nope. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, since you're here, like I also wanted to bring up your involvement in the Buckethead community.
Yes. Okay. That's something we can talk about.
hell yeah.
So, I think like I started listening to Buckethead in 2003 when I heard my cousin had a bootleg where he played Nottingham Lace, and that was like a very big turning point in music for me, where I was just like, oh, like this is like what I want to hear. This is like the only
It's
thing I want to
different.
hear.
It's like
I didn't know music could
different.
sound
So-
like that.
Yeah, so I just, and then I was like, it got me back into like guitar in general. And I started, I think it was on the Guitar Hero forum at that point, so I like started to be like, we need to get Buckethead and Guitar Hero, we need to get Buckethead and Guitar Hero. And Marcus Henderson like was in the forum, and I think he was like, well, it's a good idea, I should like look into it. We're both in the Bay Area. I was like, okay, whatever.
Shut the fuck up. You're the reason they put Jordan.
No, but
Yeah, he is.
I was
He is.
no,
Let's be
no. I was
honest.
definitely like one of the people talking about Buckethead the most, like back then, in that community. It was only a matter of time, but people started like pouring in. And I remember I posted a video of Jordan from this private show that this guy put on, who I've actually met. He's like lives in Las Vegas. He's like a really like he's like a guy that like spends a lot of money on like music memorabilia and like plays
There
with
he is.
musicians
Jason's back.
and stuff
He
like
phased
that.
in.
Jason's back.
That fade-in was insane, by
Yeah,
the
the
way.
fade was
sick.
crazy.
That was awesome,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
It took a
Fade
second.
out. Can you fade out and fade back in?
Fade out again.
I can do that for you if you'd like. I could just
Yeah.
like do the.
My final message. Bye.
It's like that
Yeah,
meme with the
dude.
peace.
Oh yeah. Niles, bro. Peace sign.
Come back, Jason. Come back.
Oh wait, I want to.
He's back in our realm.
He's
I
back
love
in the
that.
realm.
I love that. I've never seen that before.
So I put up the video, and it was of Jordan because it had been announced that it was in Guitar Hero, and the only Jordan that Buckethead fans knew of was the song where it was the riff, and then he would go into Post Office Buddy, and he would go back. So I posted the video, and all these comments started coming in, like, that's just like, so like I would like argue with Slash fans, I would argue with people that were like, he has no emotion, he's an emotionless robot, like what a gimmick. And I was like, okay, cool, so this is what my life has become, arguing on YouTube.
Defending
So-
Buckethead's honor.
Yeah, so the video went up to like 1 million views. when Guitar Hero came out, and we realized that he recorded a solo over the phone, by the way, for Marcus Henderson. He like played it on the answering machine. He's like, what do you think about this? Or like whatever.
Are you kidding
Marcus,
me? Really?
Yeah, he left a voicemail on Marcus's like answering machine, like of like the solo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
By
wait,
the way,
actually,
by the way,
wait,
for the
wait,
viewers at home that don't know who Marcus Henderson is,
Oh yeah, he's the guy from Wave Group. He is like
Yeah,
Wave Group
he
in
did-
a way.
He's Wave Group.
he did the like all the guitar solos, like "Bark at the Moon," like all that crazy shit.
Yeah, Wave Group
Guitarist
is the
of
group that made the
Trist.
covers for the first Guitar Hero games.
So now,
Yeah.
okay, so Elliot, so
Yeah.
I know on Jordan because I actually listened to the stems recently, ironically enough,
Mm-hmm.
but I realized that the bass is just a synth.
Yeah, and
It's
they were
just a
writing
synth.
Guitar Hero 2 with the guy.
Yeah.
There's no bassist. Yeah, he's like probably like
No.
boom, boom. Yeah,
And
probably
it's like and I'm gonna, it's not actually that well played either, ironically enough. Like he's off time multiple times and everything. Like it's crazy.
well, that's Buckethead though. Like
Yeah.
he thrives on like being like off or like having like a few
Different.
mistakes.
He's different, bro.
He's built different.
It's not going to
so
quantize
from
his shit,
there,
kidding me?
I remember Buckethead does not really like social media in general, so I started
He's
a
got his
Facebook
website
page.
and that's it. Yeah.
Well, before that, he had like a website that was like basically like GeoCities tier.
Yeah.
Only now that he like has popped off on Bandcamp, he has like 500 pikes that he's released. Is like a functional semi website, but really it is still a scroll. Like you scroll down and click on things to find out the latest news. So I made a Facebook page where, because there were a lot of Facebook pages, but they like post like weird shit, like it wasn't focused. So I like made a Facebook page and I like just Buckethead news, like nothing else. And it slowly grew over time, and eventually I think I just called it Buckethead. I think I like called it something other than Buckethead, and then I changed the name. And one day, I think when he announced his like tour, not the recent one, but the one before, like Facebook just gave me a blue check mark, and they've never questioned it. So
Really?
yeah, some people get kind of mad about it, but like I've tried my best to say like this is a fan page, and if Buckethead ever would want to take it, but I don't think he wants to. I think he just likes the
No.
fact that I do it for free.
Yeah,
It's kind of
probably.
wild.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a very private person. Like I listened to there were some years ago where he did like an actual interview. It was like himself,
out of
like,
character,
Brian Carroll, right? And so,
Yeah.
and it was really interesting to hear what he had to say, you know, because like he was just talking about his life. He was like, yeah, because I'm really tall, like I've had back problems, like I'm in a lot of pain, like I've been taking care of my mom, like she's been ill as she gets older, and like the whole persona behind Buckethead and everything. So I'm not surprised he's not on social media, because that would defeat the purpose of his whole character.
Yeah,
But
you know,
there's
it wouldn't-
also
it wouldn't make
because
sense
of
with the war.
that he's recently pissed off a lot of fans. There's been a lot of like undelivered material. Apparently, like he had his guitars stolen. He had to move
He did.
3 times.
I
Like,
remember
there's
that
like
shit,
a
yeah.
bunch of like weird shit that's been happening to him, and like he's almost 60, I think. Like he's getting
Yeah.
there.
Wow.
So yeah, it's interesting. People are like, do you think one day he'll just like take off the mask and like be like a contemporary like Audemars Liebert like type of like contemporary
Nah.
adult like
No, he's gonna
classical
be that
guitarist?
character. He's gonna be that character until the day he dies. 100%.
Probably
I
it's like
just-
it's like the Residents, like that type of
Yeah,
thing where
that's-
they're in the
that's-
corporation until they
that's
die,
his
and
thing.
then yeah.
Yeah, and you know, one of my favorite things about Buckethead, on like his kind of story about like how he decided what he wanted to do was because of Sean Lane's Kaiser Nankaro, right?
Yeah.
And he heard what Sean was doing with multiple tracks, which he thought was just one, and
Yeah.
he was like, I want to learn how to do that, and that's how the 8-finger tapping was invented, because
Yeah, because
he was
Sean
like,
Lane was just arranging it like
he was
in a
arranging it. He was
track, and he
was
thought
also
that it
on
was-
a yeah. He was also on a synth as well for half that song. You know.
yeah.
But I mean, like I love Sean Lane. He's one of my favorite guitarists. He's one of the best guitarists of all time. And like,
Yeah, a lot
you
of
know,
people don't really know about
who he is.
Sean Lane, just like a lot of people don't know about like Square Pusher or like all these like different enigmatic like
Yeah.
I only know
super
Sean Lane,
musicians.
Sean Lane because of gay pianos flying.
Yeah.
I only know Sean
is
Lane
a good
because
song,
there was
Good ass
one song from him. It was like Lane something Sipes. It was like it was a
Hellborg,
collaboration
yeah.
effort. Yeah,
Hellborg,
Octave of a Holy Innocence.
Rice with the Angels.
Rice with the Angels. Yeah, that was the song. It was part of a CSC tournament that I was in.
Yeah,
I learned
that
about him,
chart
and then
sucks.
I think I got talking to you about the Sean Lane fellow, and you put me onto him. And yeah, he's an impressive guitarist.
Yeah,
guys?
well, he.
Yeah.
Before we end up wrapping this up in a little bit, there is something that actually I think wraps everything we've been just talking about together up really nicely. Do you mind if I throw up a video and we check this out? Because we've been talking about harmonics and the music, and then now we've talked about synths, and we've talked about, you know, the possibility for like customs and things like that in Fortnite. And we mentioned earlier Patchwork at one point, and I don't think we've ever actually shown what it looks like.
Ooh,
And
okay.
I think that would actually be a really cool thing to show right now.
Sure.
Which is, if you've never seen the way it works and how you can make your own music in game, like synth wise, this is basically a working DAW that you can make your own music in Fortnite that Harmonix worked on. This is made by the original Guitar Hero and Rock Band devs. If you haven't seen the way it actually works, this is
FL Studio. What the fuck?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
the hell, man?
This is insane.
And it's like a node workflow too.
So
It's all
because
nodes.
this exists, I can't imagine we aren't going to see some real crazy custom stuff in Festival once UEFN support for that drops. Because, hey, this already exists right here.
Imagine like a FLP to
Yeah.
to Patchwork adapter, or not adapter, like conversion program becomes a thing. Then then the custom community that has been existing and been very, very strong and prominent actually has gotten so much. There is some really extremely talented like Clone Hero composers out there, like Collajo is one standout one with Stutter Step. He makes this, it's so fucking interesting. It's like I don't even know really how to explain it, but if the people out there know what I'm talking about, it's the most unique Clone Hero created custom that I've like ever heard. But like imagine you just be able to adapt that stuff in just a couple of clicks, and then these really talented composers can just get their name out there within Fortnite. And we already know how like island creators get paid several bands a month.
Yeah, we found that out recently, and I think all of our draws collectively dropped. Actually,
There are Fortnite millionaires that never spoken or shown their faces ever. They just make maps that are really, really cool, and they have large player bases every month.
Which is incredible. It's worth
So
mentioning.
Like imagine even a little bit of that for Fortnite Festival, and how that could support smaller artists that just compose original music.
Yeah, and
I
this
love this
Patchwork
future.
thing. This Patchwork thing
album
is
in
like
Fortnite.
surprisingly
A
comprehensive.
new album in Fortnite, yeah.
I mean, we've
It's a-
talked about it. That's why I was saying I think it's worth actually showing. Everything we were just talking about kind of brought me to like, okay, we need to show this right now. Like, this is so powerful.
I think I was watching a TikTok of someone that recreated like a Travis Scott beat in Patchwork, and it sounded pretty good. Like, it came up on my recommend, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that, and I was like, damn, this actually sounds not bad.
So
Like-
let's say we take this a step further and they add MIDI input and let's say a way to connect real guitar, right? So who's not to say we don't see some rhythm games down the line with custom support with tunes that were made in Fortnite? I mean, there's a real possibility for this.
I think like Drumsmith would be a thing within Festival, and that's an extremely cursed thought, but who else other than Roland has tried their hand at that? You know what I mean?
True.
Because like, what was that Roland thing that you sent me a couple months ago?
I saw it at CES. It's just like a Roland like visualization, and like it's like free, and then there's like a subscription tier like where you get more songs, but they're just like covers.
It's
But they're
Drumsmith.
just like they're drum beats, yeah.
Yeah.
For any E kit.
Yeah, we should definitely bring that up so that people can at least see like what we're talking about. Hold on. Do you remember what it was called?
I think you just like probably search like Roland E drum, and like they probably have Sober by Tool. I think that was like one of the things that I played. Let me see.
Yeah, I'll have to look for it. I'll add it in here so that Jake can like throw.
Yeah,
up
I'll
something
throw it
for
in later.
But it's really really cool. Or I can go back and me and Elliot's DMs because I remember him messaging me about it, and I was like, Drumsmith, huh? But it definitely seems like it would be, if there's any talk about MIDI in this update, like within the files of Fortnite whatsoever, then our tinfoil is going to start multiplying. Just because we do talk to people who like dive deep into the files of Fortnite, and there's going to be an update on Tuesday, and so who knows what's going to be added? Who knows what's going to be added? What's going to be implemented already? Hopefully, like fixes and stuff for Festival. But mostly, you just get excited about the new stuff that gets added within the code.
Yes.
Because it helps us like look forward and just kind of gauge what the fuck they're going to be about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're doing a
especially
lot of
because
speculation.
this mode is still pretty new, and we know that there's big things coming. We just know it. They've already announced that there's going to be the full plastic guitar support coming. There's a new guitar coming for it. So like our version of the game, our rock bands, our guitar
But
heroes is
the
implemented into
FCC
this
listing
game.
got canceled. They're not gonna.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
That's right.
But they
I
did
forgot
it.
about it.
Yeah.
But
You're right.
the guitar's not coming out. It's all
The
going
guitar's
away.
not coming out. I'm looking at documents I'm not allowed to see.
Pretty much.
You're right. I forgot all about that. Never mind. Cancel
You
it.
guys just gotta be patient and wait.
Be patient.
Just
It's
relax.
coming. Don't worry.
You'll be fine.
I think
They
things
said,
are
like,
okay.
I think things
Things
are okay,
things are
and the
definitely
tweet,
okay.
the tweets are still up. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
the
gonna
tweet,
say.
if the
Tweets
tweet
are
was
indeed
down,
still
then
up.
yeah, we would be so over. But the tweet's still up.
Yeah.
Do I think we're going to be rocking out in January? At this point, probably not.
January's
Looks like it
getting
might be
kind
delayed
of,
a little.
It might be
we got
delayed a little bit.
a little bit of like a week left in
It's
January.
gonna come out
so-
March 5th when Rocksmith process
Yeah,
subscription
right.
increases.
Oh no!
That's what they're gonna announce. They're gonna announce real guitar support, not just plastic guitar.
Yeah, they're
He's
gonna
gonna dumpster over the new
throw
Rocksmith Plus.
something into a volcano.
They're gonna take over that
Not,
game
not
too.
again,
Everything.
please.
Yeah, please no, not anymore.
Was that real? I was
No.
told that it was fake.
No, it's
No, it's
fake.
probably
they,
CGI.
they probably actually did fly over.
They
a
probably
volcano.
they probably
Sure.
went up in a helicopter.
Well, they threw a
Something.
bunch of React rockers. They probably cost them like.
No,
those
it
things,
wasn't even
they
that.
probably
It
got
was
them
some
so
other
cheap.
random ass like brand that I never even thought about until I saw it on eBay.
They should have grown the balls and used actual Guitar Hero controllers.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
That
For
would've been
real.
insane.
throw in
I'm-
some real red octane products, not whatever the fuck Chinese manufacturer bootleg shit
Yeah.
that it was on eBay.
You're still trying to find one of those, right? Unless you do have one of those.
No, I don't have one, and I don't really want one unless the price is right. I found a few on
I
eBay,
thought from
but
such a renowned Power Gig fan, you would want every little bit of the memorabilia.
I mean I do, but I want it to be brand
Unbelievable.
spanking new in the package.
I get it.
right?
I get it.
And
I
I want it to be
respect it.
perfect,
I respect it.
right? I do have a couple of third-party guitars that are kind of interesting. I might pull one out right now, just because I think it's cool and I've never shown it off publicly. Hold on, give
I
me a
still
minute.
want that Logitech drum kit,
Oh.
just for a piece in the back.
Are you
I never
sure
want to
you
play on it. I
You
played
really
on it
don't.
once.
So
I
much
played on it once.
anger.
Oh, it's called Melodics. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took me a while to find that.
Melodics. Doesn't have the kind of ring to it like Rocksmith.
Melodics.
Drum John. Drum dudes. Drum.
Why does it give off Geometry Dash? Like,
It's a N plus.
And oh my god.
yo, you're right.
Oh my god,
a
that
third
thing,
part-
bro! Alec had one of those too. Alec has one.
You
of
did?
Those.
What
Oh, this is
Yeah.
a third-party Warriors of Rock guitar. It ain't real.
What the
This
hell?
is bootleg.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
okay.
never
It's not-
seen
I
that.
had
It's
one
not
of these.
real.
I
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like the
not-
artwork though.
I was
It's a
begging
cool
Alec to
box.
buy it. I was
Rainbow-
like,
rainbow.
you gotta
I
buy
bought
it.
it, and
Skeletons.
it is a Warriors of Rock guitar, but for some reason, the quality on it is so bad.
It's really
the
bad.
worst
It's so
quality.
bad.
Like
The
Like,
rainbow is so
the
Nyan-cat.
dead zone on the
Yeah.
whammy bar doesn't exist. Like it might as well just be a button that you have attached to a whammy bar. And the buttons feel like crap.
That's
Like,
the
it's
box.
really bad.
It's just a bunch
Yeah.
of styrofoam, and it falls apart and it makes a mess when I open
Well,
it.
so on Alex, I wanted him to buy it because the red fret, the black center part, had fallen off, and it showed that
Yeah,
in
these
the
frets are
pictures.
like a 2-piece fret. I think I had taken it apart before at some point, but these frets, like the black centerpiece, is just
They'll fall
you can
off.
kind of. I might be able to rip it out. I think it was my red as well. Might have to grab like a little tool to get it, but you can take out the little centerpiece and then you just have a hollow hole in the middle of your fret.
Oh god, that's cursed.
And this is for Wii. And when I got this, there was actually a Wii mote in here. Oh, there still is. It's not mine. It came with the guitar. This was used.
What?
Is that third
That's
party also?
insane.
This is a real Wii controller. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
That's
I
so
bought this used.
wild.
Yeah, this is real. It has a Nintendo stamped on it and everything. Did I get rid of the batteries? I did, yeah. But it's like super corroded in here because obviously somebody used this once and put it away in their closet forever. But yeah, that's Jake's weird
that's definitely a
third-party
weird
guitar controller
yeah.
corner.
Wow.
Oh, that's what
I
the
thought that shit was
label
sold
looks like on the back.
underground. What the fuck? There's a label. Mine didn't have a label.
Yeah, there's a label on the
What?
back.
Weird.
That's crazy.
How many songs are in Fortnite Festival like right now that you can buy?
40 something?
So
Yeah, a little over
you
40,
can
like 40,
buy?
45-ish,
Yeah.
I guess
45-ish.
counting the festival pass. Like there's like 40 something.
So it'd be like
Yeah.
so it's like $200 to own all the songs.
Yeah, bro.
Holy crap.
Don't you think
Yeah,
it's
approaching.
Don't you think it's funny that like somehow like on my side everybody is fucking like more mad than they've ever been about $200 for a subscription, but on your side like everyone is like gleefully paying $500 to play like
Yeah, I don't
Machine
think
Gun
people. I
Kelly
don't
song.
think people are gleefully buying.
I would say
songs.
gleefully. There's a lot of people
I
like
wouldn't say
500 is way
gleefully.
too much.
There's people
But
that
it's-
begrudgingly
there's-
pay 500 V-Bucks for Buddy Holly so that they can bust it out in Battle Royale.
They
But
I
that's
think
about it.
over time, it's going to be much more. It's going to be a lot easier to swallow. Let's put it that way. When there's a lot more modes in the game, and people realize that their friends can let them play their jam tracks. I think that's a huge
Like,
part
I
too.
think that's
Yeah,
so like
that's
a
insane.
It's a big
GH
incentive.
Tune situation.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Interesting.
It's just like the like being
So
able
we're
to
getting
party
like
up.
dying
partying up
turkey
with the boys.
patterns coming.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
Chris Van
people-
said. Every chart is just going to be
I just don't see enough people going, oh man, I want to play this DLC track from Rock Band with my friends. Oh shit, hey Alec, hey JP, hey Jake, you guys have to buy this DLC too so we can all play it together from the Rock Band days, which is what it was.
Yeah.
And that's more expensive than one person buying
It
it
is,
in
yeah.
Fortnite. It is. So I don't know. Logic is one of those things that like it goes out the window with this. People see big price tag, they get mad.
Yeah.
I just think
Understandably,
you're
everyone's-
having a resurgence, which is what we hoped would happen with Rocksmith Plus, but instead it was like insane like negativity like in general. And I'll say granted, it's different because they had to like do blanket licensing, and they made an assumption, I think, that is something that happens with your community where people just want to play fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't matter what the song is or what it sounds like, they just like want to play a pattern. So
Yeah.
that, unfortunately, that doesn't translate to my community because they will they will actively seek out the only thing they know and avoid everything else. And even sometimes when they're like, oh, this is fun, but I don't like it. I don't like it. It wasn't. Or
Oh,
it's
this
like
is fun. Oh fuck! I'm supposed to be mad. Shit,
it's like
I hate
keyboard.
that.
It's like keyboard looks so much fun. It's too bad Rocksmith Plus sucks.
Yeah.
That was a comment that Chainbrain
Yeah, I
pointed
can
out that I
see
found.
that happening.
It's just it's not great, but my side feel like things are on the up. We'll see what they can pull out before March. Maybe they bring Avenged Sevenfold. Maybe they bring 30 Disturbed tracks out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Hey, real quick, how many
yeah.
songs are available in Rocksmith Plus right now? How many thousands of songs can you get for 100?
are you talking about how many songs regionally or how many songs like total if you use a VPN?
Total with VPN. Fuck it. How many total songs are available in that game? How many
And
songs
are
are
you saying
licensed?
how many charted songs or how many songs are available to play in AI chord mode?
How many charted songs are there?
How many charted songs are there? There are more than in Rocksmith 2014 after 2 years of a service. So we're looking at about approaching like 3,000 lead charts. Here, I'll get the actual numbers. Just waiting for this thing.
That's
to load.
actually more than I
Yeah,
expected.
that's so insane.
Sorry, 25.
3K.
2,563 lead charts, 468 rhythm, and bass is the insane one because we have community members just charting things. 3,158.
A base W.
Bass
Common
is
base
bass
W.
is
As a-
crazy.
Wait a
because-
second. What?
Most accessible, probably, right?
Yeah.
As a bassist, I didn't realize this, and wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, we have
That
some
is very
people
interesting
from
indeed.
Rock Band Network that have
Ooh.
joined our community.
Really?
There's someone named Wolf Racing who I think has been around, and he actually when Green Day came out, he just like took care of all the Dookie songs on lead in a night.
Oh,
Because
fucking
they only
wow.
charted like 3 songs off that 15-song Dookie.
Okay,
they
no,
charted
but
sheet.
really, this is like my biggest issue with Rocksmith Plus, and I'm saying this as a former Rocksmith guy. How in the fuck are they asking for subscription money and then asking community members to chart the songs?
They're not
Yeah.
asking, they're but the thing is that
No.
they do want to do it, because the thing is that lately there's been a focus on A-list artists, and some of the people are like, where's like the bunch of chord charts that we can like chart our
No.
own stuff. But that's
Bro.
the thing, you're looking at it like at a very like kind of like free labor type of way, but people like to do it. And
Sure, okay, but that doesn't mean
they
they shouldn't get a cut back from it. Like, look
They
at what
should.
Epic does with
They
creator
should
codes.
get a cut from it. That's why I was literally about to bring that. I'm like, okay,
There
if the
should be an
community
incentive.
are gonna do this.
Yeah.
They should have a fucking. They should get
Creator
a little bit
program.
of that. Yeah,
That's-
they should have
that's
a
just
creator.
so
They should have a creator
Ubisoft.
program for like a
Yeah.
cut a month. Thank you for submitting. Your chart's got this many plays. Here's your cut. Here's your kickback.
Yes.
That would be
Yes,
great.
pay.
I don't think they can pay them. That would probably be like a weird.
I know,
Then they
and
shouldn't
that's
do it.
Then they should. Yeah, like that's insane.
They
to
should.
me.
They should supplement their subscription. That's what I think they should.
There. You know what?
Fuck it, that's better than nothing.
Fuck it, that's
Asking
better
people
than
for
nothing.
free
They're
work
asking
right now
people
is
to-
bullshit.
We've been asking it for a while, but the thing is that
Oh.
when people when people
no.
bring it up, the charters are usually like, no, but I want to do it, and the people that
Would they
chart
turn
for-
down free money? I don't.
No, they wouldn't turn down free money, but that's like not on the table, But
But
they
it
just
should be.
eh,
Being taken advantage of isn't something to be proud of.
I don't feel like it's being taken advantage of. People charge for Rocksmith 2014 and like Chain Brain and like French Stallion don't toss them like $10.
I don't know,
As
man.
an
It's- I
example.
look at the commissions in Clone Hero, and I think about it that way, right? I'm always excited if somebody charts a custom for me.
I
But-
would pay someone to charge something in Rocksmith Plus, but there isn't that isn't happening.
But it
yet.
isn't a thing. It isn't. And that
Because
sucks.
they can't. They're having trouble. Obviously, they thought that people would jump at the chance to chart like, we licensed like 102 Catatonia songs and like all
I
this.
wonder why
OPIF.
that is. I wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's work.
Well, but that's the thing. It's not work because people do it for free.
Oh.
People work for free.
He
People
worked
chart
on
for
Rocksmith, by the way. He's not a bad guy. he's voicing his opinion. He's voicing
No, I
his
know.
opinion.
Like-
It's an interesting argument.
I'm not saying
because
to you.
it's
I'm
like-
saying to like the just the average viewer, pretty much.
no,
Oh, yeah.
like it.
No,
makes
it's different
sense.
opinions. Yeah.
Well, the thing is it's like people don't think that when they chart a song on Custom Forge that someone's getting paid for it. Like people are getting paid for your labor. It's just that it's not indirectly. And with Rocksmith Plus, they actually legitimize the process of making a custom through actual licensing. And people are like, well, I could just do that on 2014. It's like, yeah, you can. And actually, they don't care anymore. So go and do it.
Yep.
It's not for you. They've provided the software to chart it in game, which is something no one really talks about. The fact that they like gave them access to the tools they actually use. Rocksmith
Hey,
Forge
that's
style.
something
That's insane though.
I've wanted that for Clone Hero for a while, like a Moonscraper in game or in Yarg, like a Yarg editor
Yeah, like
right in
being
game.
able to just play test it like right.
Bro, I got the
in-game.
thing just for you. It's called Guitar Hero World Tour. They got GH tunes.
Yeah,
No.
that's right.
No. That shit existed in Frets on Fire. They had a song editor in that game.
Eh,
did.
who cares?
That's true.
Or
Chart
Rock
editor.
or Rock Revolution, the greatest mode ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pull up the
Music
Witwix
studio
video. Pull up the Witwix
Pull it
video.
up. Pull it up. It went hard.
But yeah,
Oh.
I'm here. I'm on Reddit, getting abused. It's been a long time. It's not the thing. The funniest thing about the price increase is, I'll tell you, as much as there was a lot of chirping on Twitter, no one really cares. And the other thing that I'm gonna say is that it was much worse for the delisting, the time they patched the game and broke CDLC, or my favorite, Lady Gaga. The audacity of putting Lady Gaga and Rocksmith was worse than anything I've experienced with Plus.
Really?
Oh, just
That
to
was-
back from people wanting metal. Like,
That was the worst week ever, and people still bring it up. They're like, "Yeah, Rocksmith, Popsmith, they put Lady Gaga." I'm like, dude, that was
Popsmith.
2017. What are you talking about?
Get over it, guys.
Are you okay?
it's the strangest thing.
They had to say that when they were putting they put Justin Bieber in Rock Band 4.
Man.
Maybe it's not even like that. That probably revitalized the whole argument. But when they did put Lady Gaga and Miley Cyrus in Rock Band 2, that's when then people started going like rock band, more like pop band.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, it's called rock band because it's like our core, that was like our core thing. When it comes to DLC, that's different. You know what I mean? We're trying to provide like a platform for people to just play music on and shit. It's not really just like rock band. If it was rock band, then there'd be far less music in the game.
Just
for
things
people to
things
play.
never change. Everything before was great. Everything now is terrible. People
No matter
telling me,
what.
Amen, brother.
where are the blues standards in Rocksmith? Here they are. Where are they? I don't see them anymore. They're gone.
Oh,
I want Peter Green Fleetwood Mac, not the pop singles. It's like, okay, what? There it is. It's there. It's right there. Where did you go? Where have you gone, my son?
Oh, it's too bad that Rocksmith Plus sucks. Like,
Yeah, it has
they
no-
went back
it
to
has
that.
Man, that looks
has
really
no
cool.
Good music.
Too
No
bad the
good
game is
music.
bad.
And people say that about Rock Band 4 also. It's like, oh wow, this song is pretty cool. I'm glad they got it. It's too bad Rock Band 4 sucks.
Yeah, is there a way I could put this in Clone Hero? Wink,
Yeah,
wink.
no, straight away, man. Straight away.
I actually
Well-
wait. Where's that tweet? Hold on. I saw a tweet where someone was like, "Now that Rock Band 4 is done their DLC, now we can steal all their DLC and put it in Clone Hero."
Dude,
I
that
saw that.
pissed me off. That pissed me off so bad. I saw that on Discord actually. There was a guy that was like that went into the Harmonix Discord channel. It was like, "Yo, so by the way, I've been pirating all your shit. I've been playing it on Rock Band 2 Deluxe. I didn't pay a single dime for any of your DLC, but thanks by the way." I'm like, fuck you, man. That's don't even-
very asshole.
How miserable do you have to be?
Yeah,
You
come
know,
on.
but people have had to live with being miserable for a long time, and so now they're showing their self out.
And then they ended with, "Hey, hope you guys are making a new Rock Band since I'm gonna steal all your content."
Oh my god, this guy sucks too. Sad to see
Yeah,
Rock Band 4
just
finally
imagine
go.
sucking that much, dude.
Sad to see Rock Band 4 finally go, but at least this means that porting the DLC into Clone Hero is finally going to be allowed without being taboo. With a colon
come
parenthesis
on.
smiley face. Hopefully you guys are working on Rock Band 5 because I'll be there day one. Big supporter, guys.
Look,
I'll be there day one at my friend's house who bought it.
guys, there's not going to be a game called Rock Band 5. Rock Band 5 is Fortnite
No.
Festival. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
You're just
I
gonna
agree.
have
Rock
to
Band
deal
5
with
They
is
it.
said
Like,
they said it
straight
in
up.
they said it in that blog post. It's like, yeah, we're putting our efforts in our Rock Band efforts are going into Fortnite Festival.
You're
which is
just
gonna
gonna have
support
to
Rock
fucking
Band
deal
4
with it,
instruments
man.
soon.
Just deal
They
with
said,
it.
yeah,
Like,
Fortnite Festival is gonna support Rock Band 4 instruments, and so therefore that's. They won't say it.
I swear to
my-
God, some of these people have the brain power. They hear harmonics, and then they want to go stab a fucking rock made of snake rock. Harmonics, got it. Fuck this, dude. I can't stand it. Oh, brain power. I'm about to throw my headset.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing when your game is like community ran for so long. It's just like Elliot said. These community members make up this fantasy of wanting everything that they want, and all this,
And they know what's best. They
clearly know what's best, and they have never seen a game operate in real time at its peak.
Just
which,
press the button that makes the thing happen.
Just get Metallica. What's
just
so hard about that?
Shove the keyboard into Rocksmith 2014. That could work.
Just do
add
that.
an extra.
What's the problem? Why are you?
Just hit the goddamn buttons.
Everyone wants 7 and 8 string. Clearly, that's what could save everything.
Everybody
wants
40
extended
metal
range.
songs a week. That's what's gonna change everybody's minds.
When in actuality,
And
when it comes
it
to
still
7-string
won't.
support,
And
like
it
the
still
reason,
won't change their minds.
The reason that
won't.
wasn't in Rocksmith was because nobody has a 7-string guitar sitting in their closet. If you picked up a guitar and then you couldn't play it and you put it away, it's a beginner guitar. Guess what? That's what Rocksmith is aimed at, is people who are starting. If you want to play some Slipknot down-tuned Meshuggah Bleed, whatever the fuck, it's not you who the game's added. Like, it's made for.
No,
right?
Jason,
Like,
you're
you can
totally
use it,
wrong.
but-
I mean, if you have 7 and 8 string support, that means that you have a broader audience. Duh.
Oh,
More
yeah,
people playing the game,
obviously.
idiot.
Yeah.
Because
Once
if
you
they add that will motivate all the people that only play metal to subscribe for $200.
Yes.
Because you'll
Yeah.
finally feel represented.
BRB
Yeah.
playing Taylor Swift on my 8-string.
Oh man.
No. Nora Jones, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nora Jones.
exactly.
Nora Jones.
Exactly. All right, that's probably a good place to end.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey,
I think
honestly, this
wrapping.
episode has been fire. I appreciate.
Yeah, that was
appreciate
good.
it, man. This is good.
Good
Yeah, thank you so much
yappage,
for
I
coming
tell
on,
you
man.
what.
Next time on Lore Hero,
The
well,
end of Rock Band 4.
the end of Rock Band 4, we'll talk
Actually,
about the song.
probably what
that
it's gonna
gets
be.
released. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
That's gonna be
We're
the
probably
biggest
gonna play
news.
Rock Band 4 on the podcast. I'm just kidding. No, that's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
we're all gonna hop on our Xboxes. We're gonna buy the new DLC, all 4 of us, because we have to all 4 have the DLC, unlike Fortnite
Yeah.
Festival. I'll take guitar because I don't have drums with me. Everybody else can figure it out.
I got a Rock Band 2 drum set over there.
I certainly ain't singing, so
I have a
somebody else can take
PS4.
that.
Oh, you know what? I'll sing. It's fine.
That ain't gonna work then. I guess we'll just play it in Clone Hero instead.
Nope. Yeah,
Oh,
Whoa!